Region.
He's
Thank you.
gone already.
That's
He's
yeah,
gone already.
shot. The shot would have been thrown, so that's not made it any better. So, welcome, Richard Grubbications.
Thank you very much. At least you got my name right for a change. And thanks very much, Dale, and welcome to all our listeners and all our viewers. And you're right, the weather's beautiful. There ain't no excuses. We're going to have a ripper day, I reckon.
As long as that breeze comes and blow up later on the day, we should be a magnificent day. Also, Archie Burley with us this afternoon. Arch, welcome to you.
Thank you, Smithy. I was told it was going to be the coldest day of the year today, so the weathermen have got it wrong again because it's 15 degrees, blue skies, and sunshine. So I'm looking forward to see this game today. Should be a close contest. Obviously seeing North Geelong last week flex their muscles against Belmont, and the ramifications coming into finals now. Getting to the point end of the season, it's going to be interesting to see how that ladder shapes up.
And to you, Darby, welcome again this afternoon, mate. Looking forward to your comments through in the course of the day.
Thank you very much. G'day, boys. Good afternoon, everyone tuning in on the Pulse and indeed our match vision. Looking forward to a cracker match.
That's probably the way we're going to look at it too, mate. There's some interesting changes in both sides. Belpo still getting a few players back into their group this afternoon, but some noticeable outs for North Geelong, unfortunately for them. But as I said, they present with a pretty good performance last week, and we'll be wanting to continue that this afternoon. But we look at some other games around the league this afternoon, Grub, and probably none more important, as you said, Werribee at home this afternoon. They take on the Belmont Lions. It's interesting last week, Belmont Lions, their best player during the first part of the year was Hutzma, and I'm not too sure whether they was playing not funny buggers last week, but they started him in defence, which I thought was a little strange compared to which we thought he might have been their number one ruckman.
Well, he did spend a little bit of time in the ruck, but very, very limited time, which was, yeah, I think young Darkin played in the ruck. He played okay early. But yeah, that was a strange one. I mean, he's been in their best players just about every week, and I just naturally thought he was being their best players as their number one ruckman.
We may have assumed that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we weren't, but yeah, that was a strange one to me. And I thought they were a little bit disappointing last week. The result in the finish was only 15 points, but I think North had control of the game for most of it. And there was a bit of bad kicking in it as well. But Wiley was pretty good with four. I like Slorak's game, although the two different players that played on him, he had a few goals kicked against him, and Johnson was pretty good. But I thought they were a little bit disappointing at home. So, to play finals, I think they have to improve today. Werribee, well, they were equally as unimpressive of having a 20-point victory over Thompson. Although, if you remember rightly, when Werribee were flying early in the year, they beat Thompson by how much? 20 points, exactly the same. So maybe Thompson just match up well on them. Culliver was good again. Well, that's that. Their best three players were nearly their best three players: Culliver, Stone, and Camilleri. They've all had, all very, very good players. I think Saliba got three. Look, I'll tell you, there's no more excuses. I know they had 10 or 11 blokes out overseas and injured and all that, but now they're just about full strength. They got their big blokes back. Sutton's back. Linehan Cunningham's back. Liam Robinson back. Brad Carlton's back. Connor Linehan. They're all back. Whether there's one or two to come, I don't know. Kirker might not be there. But other than that, they're just about at full strength. So I think it's time for them to sit back and say, all right, there's no more excuses. If they don't win today, they're back amongst the pack. They were flying high earlier in the year. I thought they were almost untouchable, like after 11 rounds. And now they're back in the pack, and they've got to not just prove to us, they've got to prove to themselves today that they can beat Belmont at home. And if they don't do that, well, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for the rest of the year and finals. I'm going to go for Werribee because it's home, but you just never know that their momentum's been stopped, and they need to get that.
Yes, makes it very interesting. Arch, your thoughts out there this afternoon?
I think one of the biggest outs all year, to be honest, was Ben McPherson. He's not named today, Grubby. I've had a look at the team sheet.
The Play HQ named him.
No, well, I've had a look now, and they must have updated it because he's not named.
What about Brock Marnie?
Brock Marnie 21 is named. Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't think either would play with their injuries last week.
It was very uncharacteristic of us not calling McPherson's name very often. About halfway through the game, I reckon I looked at Dale, and he actually was the one who stood up and said, "Well, where is he? I don't see him out on the ground." And then we realised that he wasn't playing. So not sure of his injury, but yeah, definitely one to watch because if he's out for the remaining of the year or an extended period of time, it's going to definitely hurts Belmont's finals chances and going deep into finals as well. I think you summed it up pretty well, Grub. Obviously, where if you're just getting over the line against Thompson, but yeah, they might just match up well, so I don't think you read too much into that. I think, as you said earlier, it's a big statement today for Werribee Grub. If they lose, probably more than if they win. If they lose, then it could be a lot of question marks going around. And maybe it is just those players going away need a few more weeks to get back into them. But obviously, that's their decision to go away, their decision to miss football. So yeah, they got to live and die by that decision. And I'm sure the coaches wouldn't be too happy if they end up throwing this season away after what was like an unbelievable start to the season. It could just be another wasted season for Werribee, but I guess we'll wait and see. But no, I'm pretty confident Werribee will get it done at home today.
What worries me is if you stay 2 or 3 goals up all day, you don't play that well, you win by 20 points fair enough. They were 25 points down at one stage, which means they had to work really, really hard to get back into it. And that's what really worries me. And I'm not bagging Thompson because they are obviously playing better football. Their kids are starting to learn. We'll get to them when we get to their game. But to be 25 points down, I think that's a worry. I really do. And as far as you live and die by going away and your coaches aren't happy when you go overseas, I think the same can be said from the commentary box staff.
Yeah, there's a couple of players that were too happy to grab, were there?
No. One of the players was very, very unhappy. And, good on him.
Absolutely.
Good on him.
Absolutely. Because, there's times for those sort of things. And obviously, when you're having a season like you are, I know you can't plan that. That's just things that do happen. But, the people that do this, they need to make sure that it's out of season, I reckon. Anyway, that's my thought.
Well, it's so hard to win a premiership.
Yep.
I think the club hasn't won one since 2004. They've played in one grand final since then, 2010. I'm only guessing here. I think I'm right. It's so hard to win.
Yeah.
And then when you get yourself in a position to be 11-0 and are playing great football, you don't want it, as a coach, you don't want it spoiled by everybody nicking off on you.
You're right, because they've still got to have, I think the last 2 games have got Belpo still and East Geelong as well.
Yeah,
so it's like most of the other sides in that top group. They all play each other. And again, it's probably a good way to finish the season because at least if you go in winning those games, you've got some confidence going through. But it also could be your undoing, because you said.
Smitty, if they were playing like they were playing, say, 11-0, right?
Yeah.
And let's say I'd still reckon they have a chance to probably drop this game here at North Geelong.
Yep.
Because North Geelong always beat them here, right? So they go in with only 1 or 2 losses. These last couple of games against East Geelong, Belpo Hill and East Geelong and that, they're not a worry because they've got them beat the way they were playing. But now they haven't.
Yeah, it makes it very interesting. As I said, that football can turn some heads, and that is quite possible that might happen again out there this afternoon. But we're looking forward to that game. I think Werribee, as I said, with those players back, as I said, now with a bit of time under their belt, I would think they would get their job done. But you would not want to underestimate the Beaumont Lions because very important that they actually try and get back on the winning track as well. So another important game. Well, not so much important, but it's for the both clubs. Anarchy are taking it home this afternoon, taking on Corio. Anarchy very disappointing last week by all reports out at Inverleigh, but Corio, if they would want to have another win, I would think that they would consider themselves a chance. You got anything to think they could do it out there this afternoon, Grub?
Yeah, I have actually. Very, very long time since Corio had an 89-point win. And I know the Giants are struggling and they're down, but 89 points for a win for Corio, that can do nothing but lift your confidence and go into this week's game with a high level of confidence. Jelinek, he plays down back and kicked 3. I dare say that's what happened. Burns kicked 7. Excuse me. Walden was good. The exact opposite with the Roos. Like they lost by 119 points to Inverleigh. And
massive.
You would not thought that would have been the case. Dalhouse kicked 4. He's playing pretty well. Gerard's had a great year, and Howe. We watched Corio at Inverleigh, and I think had there been a couple of decisions made in that last quarter to stop Adam Donoghue, I think Corio could have won that. And I think they're playing pretty good foot. They're playing their best foot of the year, and Anarchy are not. They've lost a lot of players. A lot of players have left the club. I think the Indigenous boys are gone, aren't they? Davey and those blokes, they're not there. They're gone. Barter, we haven't seen Oscar for a long time.
Now, I thought, was he picked last week or is he back now or not?
I don't know.
He is back. Oscar Barter's back. He's selected.
Well, they dearly need him, but
well, he can be as rusty as old boots.
Yeah, I know. You won't be seeing him clunking a lot of marks. You wouldn't think, although he is a good player. Normally I'd just say, look, we'll go for Anarchy because it's at home, but I'm going to stick my neck out here. I reckon Cryer might knock him over.
Yeah, I agree with you. their grub, I reckon Karai as well, and during the week announcing a new coach, Shane Manning, for next year, which should be exciting. Got some good football experience behind him. They did say in the media release that they just waited a bit too long for their coaches to be announced last year. They waited for 2 weeks after the season. They reckon that was one of the reasons why they lost so many players, because the players didn't know which direction they were going in. Obviously, not having a coach is pretty hard to recruit and retain players. And yeah, it just looks like it's been a tough year for Anarchy, obviously. I know that a few people around the club were blaming that rolling draw, that they're always playing the team after Geelong West, but I don't think that's an excuse. That's going to happen to every team along the way, eventually. Nick Howe, it's good to see he was back last week in the best in the goals as well for Anarchy, after he was meant to be the star recruit, and then obviously hurting himself early in the season. He's only played 2 games so far. So Josh Mawson as well has obviously been strong. Luke Dalhouse is finding some form again, and then you got Brad Gerard as well, ever reliable as a captain. Francesi Fulton, have you boys seen how he's gone this year?
Well, I think he kicked that 7 early and didn't get a vote off someone, and
It ruined his confidence.
Yeah, I think he's kicked 1 or 2 on occasions, but he hasn't been able to rise to those heights again for the year. No,
Yeah.
but then
when your
again,
sides,
down forward, when Anarchy aren't playing well and the ball's not coming in, that doesn't help you.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Although a bloke with the experience and the brilliance of Dalhouse can still kick his 4, because he's, well, at his best, probably the best player in the league, really. But I did say, I think that in that most valuable player, I think there's only 3 left that can win it.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are Anarchy players. Is that right or not?
Yeah. Mawson, Gerard,
And
is it
Geordie
Cam?
Cam.
Yeah. Geordie
So I think they're the only 3 left that can win it. So that's, for a side that's won 3 or 4 games for the year and are down, they've still got 2 of their players in amongst the award winners.
Definitely. I think that's a good indicator of what the Neville Whitley vote count might look like with those 3 players at the top of the end. Although not winning many games probably doesn't help Anarchy,
it won't help them.
but Cam could still steal votes when they lose.
What's he going to steal? The ones?
Yeah, still the ones, I guess. And then
The days that he
3
kicked
each
his
time.
9 and 10s, I think he'd probably be a fair chance, even though they've probably been beaten. He could probably pick up votes in those games, 2s and 3s. But I just think when you're down that low and you're getting beaten, there's got to be people in the opposition that are playing well. That's the way I would think they would look.
There should be.
How many games they won?
Who?
Thompson.
4, have they?
4. I'll have a look for you. It's 3.
3.
So 4 today.
So he could have 9 votes there. I can tell you now, he'll get 9 votes. He'll get 3 votes last week against Werribee. So there's 12 votes, and if he gets 4 or 5 twos, that's enough. You can win it on them enough twos. When you talk about sides like that, not winning enough games is going to hurt the Anarchy boys.
Yeah.
Because they're taking votes on each other.
Yeah.
So that might help. But no, I think Cam can go on and win it. But, well, we might even get to a segment later. If he can't, how about you telling me who can?
See, you're talking to me.
Nah, I'm talking to Derby.
He's probably had more idea than I would have anyway.
I'll put my tip in as well. I think I'm going to go with Grubby. I reckon at Cry with their tails up, they're going to get the job done today against Anarchy.
Well, I'm going to stay with the home side here, Anarchy. I think their performance last week was probably not something that they'd be very proud of, and I'm damn sure their coach wouldn't be happy with them. So I reckon they might find just that little bit more this afternoon, and I think they can win the game out there. Dab, would you have a thought on this? I know you haven't seen a lot of games, but are you going to make a little quick selection for us?
Well, after last week's performance, I reckon North Geelong have a good chance today.
That's all right. That's very good, mate.
We'll talk about that when we get to that game, Dub.
That's all right. We'll just have a look at the next game. And as I said, Inverleith's chances to make the final 5 are very, very limited. They would have to win every game. And again, when things are not in your control, it makes it hard. But they take on Winchelsea, top of the ladder Winchelsea, and the task won't be any easier for them out there this afternoon. Had a good win last week. Confidence will be up. They get a few inclusions back into their side this afternoon, but I don't know whether it'll be enough on the performance we've seen Winch so far this year, Grub.
No, it won't. I think they're about 9 or 10 in a row, the Blues, and they've gone from I reckon after the first 4 minutes, they were a rabble. The last time we saw them against Balpost Hill, the first time, but Balpost Hill. And I'd almost put a line through them. I thought, geez, they haven't got that much. But they improve and improve and improve, and we've seen them win 9 or 10 in a row, and they are the goods. They are the real deal. As I said, they will finish on top. unless Inverleigh can beat them today, they will finish on top because they've got Corio and the Giants to finish with. Who knows? Maybe the Whitley medal might come out of there. One of the Parish boys, maybe. They've had a fantastic year, both of them. Probably Finn and maybe Indy. They've had a great year too. But, the big fella last week, big chances. Huffy's a good player. Williams, we've seen, is a good player. Primer, I think he only kicked 3 last week, but I reckon he held on to his slender lead in the Wayne Teichman medal. You might have to check that up for me, Darb, in a minute. Inverleigh, big win, but as I say, Anarchy were a little bit depleted. They're struggling a bit. Mason Dixon kicked 6. That must really put him so close to Cam Primer. The big fella Wilson, who had a big injury early in the year, is just going pretty well. Maisie kicked 5. Viney again. I think Winch will win this and win this reasonably easily.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right, Grub. I've got the Wayne Teichman medal leaderboard here for you.
Yeah.
Mason Dixon is on 61 goals.
Yeah.
Cam Primer on 62.
Yeah. And who's next?
We got Nick Costello on 49.
Yeah.
Tied of Zach Smith, who won't be moving,
Yeah.
on 49 as well. Caleb Ezard on 47.
Yeah.
Nick First on 46. And Geordie Cam on 42.
Geordie Cam 42.
Geordie Cam 42.
That sounds wrong to me.
No, that's correct.
No, it sounds wrong to me. Sorry, sounds wrong to me. I reckon he was on 42 before last week's game.
How many did he kick last week?
5.
I'll have a look if it's updated for you.
How many have they got him down for last week?
0.
0.
Yeah, so maybe you're right. They got him down for 0 last week.
Really?
Yeah. And
What about
the goals? He definitely did. I reckon he kicked 2 because Josh Cam kicked 5. His brother.
Where does he play?
Half back usually.
Jordan Cam was best on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And didn't play in the ruck because Caleb Eden does. So to me, that means he's played up forward. He's kicked 5. Josh Cam's kicked none, and they've got the J Camps missed up. He will be. I'll tell you what.
So?
I know. So he will be on 47. Josh Cam, because he was on 42, and he kicked the 5 goals.
Oh, he did?
Matter of fact, I think he kicked 5-5 from what someone told me. So they've got the wrong Cam kicking the goals.
All right.
And somebody better pull their finger out and get it right from Clay HQ. I don't know who does it, but I reckon they're wrong. I reckon he's kicked 5 and he's on 47.
I tell you what, if he has a day out today, he could be right up there with Primer and Dixon.
Well, you don't want it to be mixed up if he gets that close, do you? So someone better look into that.
I'm sure Geordie, I know Geordie very well, and I'm sure he would have noticed it himself and told someone to fix it up.
Well, it hasn't been fixed up yet.
He doesn't. I don't know. To play, does that worry you? Whether you
Geordie, I reckon he'd like to know how many he's on. He'd like to make sure it's up to date.
Well, Smithy, you've had a great year in a side that's going to finish about 4th bottom, right?
Yep.
No finals.
Yep.
Lost most of the time. That I reckon a Whitley medal or a Wayne Tolkien medal satisfies your year down there. If you're in Winchelsea side and they go on and play in a grand final and win a flag, it doesn't matter whether you win the Teichman medal.
no, exactly
But I
right.
reckon it does if you've got no other accolades to adhere to.
Yeah, look, it's important, but I just think you don't go. I wouldn't go and chase it. It wouldn't worry me if that.
Some players do though, Dale. That's the thing. Some players do actually
If you
care.
kick 5 goals and somebody give them to someone else, you wouldn't win.
And then it costed you the medal as
What's
well.
the matter?
Man, I kicked 5 goals in my career.
Yeah.
It would be winter. Don't worry about that.
I will make sure that that gets fixed up then before
Well,
the next game. Yeah.
I'm going to put you to look into it. All right?
Yeah, so he's definitely Tyler the producer with some good work there. He's just got up a replay of him kicking 1 goal last week.
And it's got him there for none.
0.
So how close am I to the truth?
Closer than me.
Well, I'm going to put you in charge of finding that out.
Yeah, I will.
Right. Where were we?
Yeah, no, we were talking about Winchelsea and Inverleigh. I think you've done a pretty good coverage there. Did you pick who would win it? You said
Went
Winch.
for Winch.
Yeah, I'll go for Winch as well. And also, just quickly, Grubby, you did mention Indian Cassidy. Finn Parrish actually had the best year out of all 3 of them as well.
That's what I said.
No, I reckon he went
Finn and Indy.
I reckon, do you know Cassidy? Well, Cassidy's had a good year as well.
Well,
So
Cassidy's been out for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, you think he was
I
in
hadn't
he was in the
considered him.
canteen the last time we were over.
Yeah, I hadn't considered him at all because of his non-availability. But no, Finn and Indy.
yeah, it's good. Just making sure you got those down. And yeah, they've all had a pretty good year. So yeah, they're flying along, and I'm going to go for Winchester.
Hey, Miss Scuzzy.
Yeah, I think on current performances that I've seen Winchelsea so far, they've just got a pretty good blend going over the present time. Caleb Brown's back in their side.
Yes.
Big bonus. And as I said, you can play him just about anywhere. I think they're going to be a little bit too strong. Talking to a couple of people during the week in Bannockburn and Ronnie Pilgrim, I think he made mention that they're still heading towards final football if they can win every 3 games.
He said it was mathematically possible.
And it is mathematically possible, but I don't know whether that's quite the case when you sit down. Look, as I said, there are some sides there that can lose all 3, but when you haven't got that, as I said, that control of the games in your own hands, it makes things a little bit hard. But they did beat East earlier on in the season, Grub. Can they beat them at home this afternoon?
Well, at first, forget about other sides and on their destinations, right? All Ronnie, Pilgrim, and Banno have to do is win, right? Win, 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 and then worry about how well they finish. Because the hardest part of that is actually winning them. But if they can do that, then, as you say, then we'll work out all the calculations. And they can win against East because it's at home.
At home, yes.
At Bannockburn.
Yep.
And I think you'll find over the years, Bannockburn have got a very, very good record against East Geelong.
Their last 3 games are at home.
Yeah, well, there you go. So I honestly think they can beat East. I'd like to know if Henry Hawker was playing because even though I've never been a fan of a one-man side, he is a huge help to them.
Henry Hawker is in.
So they need him in there kicking goals. Beardsley's been playing reasonable footy. Sadler and Connor Jervis has been another pretty good year too. Winch, well, they lost to Winch. East lost to Winch by 11 points. There's not much in that. And I guess at the moment, the form side of the competition is Winch. So an 11-point loss, it isn't a shame. The 2 Payne boys, Jude and Bailey, are playing well. McIntyre, well, he's one of the best players. I think over the last 10 years, year by year by year by year, he's really the best. Right? He might not be the best in any single year, but you add them all together, he's always in the best. He's a very, very good player, and I think the big fella Ezard, with Zach Smith not playing, he's kicked a couple of goals in the last few weeks. He kicked 4 last week. Look, I'll still have to go for East, I think, but at home, I wouldn't be surprised if Bannockburn can play out of their skin and keep their finals hopes alive.
Pretty good sum up there from Richard Grubbications as always. I'm gonna go for Bannockburn. Simply,
Zach Smith's not playing.
He's not playing. It looks like their depth's been tested a little bit this year as well. There's quite a few names that have come in and playing not their first senior games, but not regulars in the team as well. I know that you would usually play reserves. So the depth's been tested this year. They probably had one of the easier, the better runs of injury out of the teams last year as well. They're really getting tested at the moment, East Geelong. I reckon, I'm gonna go for Bannockburn. I think, I think that they're gonna go out there and do it for Ronnie. Obviously, he's not going to be coaching next year at Bannockburn, and I think they're going to want to send him out. They're going to try and play finals for him. And
what do you mean he's not coaching at Bannockburn? What's going on there?
Oh, no, nothing. I just may have heard that he might be looking at coaching other places, but I'm not sure. I just know that he's not coaching at Bannockburn yet. He hasn't ruled out.
He's not coaching at Bannockburn.
He hasn't ruled out coaching altogether. I'll say that.
All right.
But yeah, what do you think, Dale?
As I said, they were able to do the job and get it done at East Geelong last time they played. They've got some obviously some quality players in there. Giddings is another bloke that's a quality player coming to their side. Unfortunately, Broman not in their side this afternoon, but they've got some good young kids there, which they've been able to bring through during the course of the season. I think they can win at home, Bannockburn. I know it's an important game for both sides because obviously East Geelong, they do want to stay in the mix to get that top 3. And if they do happen to drop a game along the way, then that's going to change their chances as well to be prominent at the end of the season. So, look, it's a very important clash, both sides. I think the home side will get it done. Well, I'm hoping the home side will get it done to give themselves at least a chance to stay in.
That's a bit
finals.
biased.
Yeah, I'm allowed to be.
Well, I'm not.
Okay.
So tell me off for being it.
Doesn't matter.
I'm the least biased person here.
Don't worry about it too much, but as I said, it was nice to see them go. I think to be honest, I think they're probably got the best side they've had on paper for some time, but they just haven't been able to string those games together, and that's probably to go along with the evenness of the competition that we've got. So.
It'd be nice to see East go on and win a premiership too, you know.
Well, it actually would be.
You know?
But when you go in there and you lose both games first out and you're out, it's they need to change that. That's what I'm saying. They still need to be able to get into the final series, and their best chance will be to finish in that top three. And they can't afford to drop a game this afternoon.
Tell you what I reckon changes this year, right? I reckon for ever and a day, your premiers are going to come out except for the year Thompson done what they did. Normally, it's you got to finish in the top three, and the fourth and fifth are also rents. Not this year. It's been that close that once you get that 5 in, any side can play well on day and win.
Yep, as I said, they've got to be going though with that winning form, though, don't they? There's no sense if you happen to make it and you lose your last couple, but still make it because of results going the other way. Yeah. You want to have that momentum going in. So it is important, as I said. I agree, Grubb. Either side, any side at this present time can top 6 sides are equally equipped to win the game. So very interesting. Last game we'll discuss, and we'll give you first crack at this one, Arch, because it's your boys, the Thompson Tigers. They take on the Geelong West Giants. Unfortunately for the Giants, a team that probably won't win a game for the season, and I can't see them beating Thompson out there this afternoon.
No, I don't think so either. I think Thompson played very well last week. Some of the, as Robbie mentioned earlier, some of the kids that are coming along. You got Ollie Cope, who they got midway through the season. He's starting to play some really good football. Devon Smith's not a kid, but he's in today, and that's going to help them anytime he plays. Obviously playing last week as well. You got Maxi Della, another game into him. He'll be fit and fine, ready to go. Baden France as well. Jasper Blair's had an unbelievable season. He was averaging 38 disposals at one stage in the season as well. So just shows how far he's come along. Alex Antisev, Jed Hannessy. So they've got a good mix at the moment between keeping a few experienced players around, which they needed to do because at one stage they had like 18 out of 22 of their players, or 23 of their players were under, was it 22 or 23, which is just incredible for a senior team. And as Paul Lynch went on record saying that you just got to keep playing the kids. And he was on record also saying you just got to try and teach them the way how to play football. He knows they're not going to win every game. They're going to lose some games by some big margins. But he'd rather do that than what we saw last year with those ultra defensive styles of games of football where you're just kind of trying to kill the game and then wait right till the end and then try and play attacking. But no, I think against the struggling Geelong West Giants, it should be a big win for Thompson today.
Grab your thoughts there, mate.
Well, they must have played pretty good footy last week, Thompson. They must have put a lot of pressure. We kicked about 13-23, so you got to be putting pressure on blokes to do that. You can't just stand by, otherwise they won't kick that score. Which that's a real worry. Jans has been their best player for the last 3 or 4. I don't know if Jackson Collins is playing this week. I would hope for their sake he is. I think Goddard kicked 4. Look, this is their last chance to win a game, I think, the Geelong West Giants. And you don't see many sides go through winning no games. I think they'll come out front. I'm going to go for West in an upset.
Do you think with next, obviously you look towards next season, and obviously things are going to change once again with players that stay and all that sort of stuff. But a bloke like Jackson Collins, who's played at the highest level, comes back to help his mate, obviously in the next level down. Do those sort of players then look at their future and say, well, I've had enough. Do I go looking somewhere else? Like a Michael Lima, does he keep going when the side's going this way? Or Braden Mitchell, those sort of blokes, do they actually stay? I know they've been loyal to the club and obviously like it there, but they're getting towards the end of their careers. Do they go looking for something that might give them a chance to play and finish in finals football, or what?
Well, I think you've got 3 different answers to the 3 different questions. Right?
Yeah.
Well, you have. With Jackson Collins, when you say the highest level, what's that? Are you calling that with GFL?
GFL, yep.
So, I didn't know, but I would think he'd be in the, unless they're putting a fair bit of lira in his back pocket. I mean, that always comes in, but I guess he'd be the type of, all right, I've done my best for them. Yeah, he might want to move on. I think if Michael Lima decides to move on, I think it'll be into retirement because I think he already did once and came back. And I reckon he's come back to help the club.
Yep.
And I think probably if he goes, it'll be back into retirement. And Mitchell, well, I still think he's good enough to play anywhere in the GDFL. I don't know about GFL anymore. I think he had a crack at it, didn't he, at Grovedale somewhere? And he's been a very, very good player. He might be the type to stay and hang around.
Yep.
But again, who knows? If you put a few bob in their back pocket, but I would say Collins would be the one that would want finals accolades. The other two, not so much.
Just on that question as well, Dale, does it change your tip at all, Grubby, knowing that Jackson Collins, the best player by a country mile, you've said it multiple times, he's not playing today?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Just sways him just that fraction.
Well, no, see, you're misguiding the reason that I actually went for West. I thought I'd have had that texting already from that idiot
Oh,
Mitchell.
I
That's the only reason
I told you before the game, before we went on air, that he wasn't playing, and you still went for him anyway.
I know, but
No, he was. He's waiting for the phone call to come through.
I'm
He's
waiting
waiting
for
for Mitchell to answer it. That's
text,
all he did it for.
which I know wouldn't be able to be read because of the swear words. He's already texted me because I know he's listening. But I think he's caught me out. He said, I'm not going to fall for that. And that's why.
I think you'd have to be a pretty brave man to think that on the performances so far during the course of the season that they could actually get over the top, especially at playing out of Thompson as well. So I agree. I think Thompson win this game, and they could have a day out, and then Jordan Cam could kick 15 if he's plays up forward all day. So they might just do that. You never know.
He'll
Just
take
give him
the
something.
lead
Yes.
to the Wayne Tyker medal.
But,
and West are not going to win a game by the looks of it.
yeah, no.
They're not.
Well, they've got Winch last game or something, haven't they? And I think in between, I'm not too sure their other game is, but
Well, it doesn't matter. I don't think.
no, it's going to be a long season for them. They'll be looking forward to hanging their boots up, I would think, and hoping the club can then just do something over the off
Where do they
season.
go? What do they do? There's their GFL side are down the bottom as well. I think North Shore's the only side below them. I'm only guessing that, but I think that's right. Where do they go? They've got a magnificent facility. They've got one of the best facilities in Geelong, the ex-VFA ground with the great rooms. I mean, I can understand when people didn't play at West because they at Baker's Oval. It was a shocking place to play footy, let's face it. But now they've got one of the best facilities in the comp, GFL and GDFL. They've got to get some people in there. They've got to get some players in there. I don't know where they're going. And I reckon they'd be at sixes and sevens too, like 51, half a dozen of the others. Is that what you say? But,
51, half of them. Yep.
I just don't know where they had a run there when Wilkes was in charge that they'd get a few players in. Oh, this is all right. And then when the following year come, they get a few more, but the other ones had left. They couldn't hold them. So, I don't know. I don't know what they do, but they have to do something because otherwise they just become irrelevant.
Do you think merge could be on the cards?
Don't know because I don't know enough about what goes on. I don't know. I'd never go into them sort of things. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who you amalgamate them with. That's
the other.
The two sides.
Oh, the two. Yeah, no. We just said there'd be a lot of players in. I would think they would drift away from the bottom side of it.
Yeah, but how many would they still be? If they did that, they'd have to play GDFL.
Yes.
Yeah. They couldn't play GFL. So they'd have to play GDFL. So they'd have to hold on to enough players to make them strong in the GDFL, which they could possibly do, given the difference between the leagues. But I don't know. You got to ask them. Ask John Mitchell or someone like that who actually knows a little bit about the difference of football clubs around Geelong.
So the only thing you need to do is, I suppose, it's when they appoint somebody that player's got to be, or that coach has got to be able to be a playing coach and be able to bring 3 or 4 blokes with him of some sort of quality.
So. Yeah.
And at least then they maybe give themselves a chance. But then I suppose you look at where they're situated. I don't know where their points are at the present time. They're going to have to get some sort of allowance to get themselves up and going. Otherwise, it doesn't make any difference.
Are they at the stage that Anarchy were?
Yep.
Where they get 50 points? Are they or are they not?
Well, they have to be.
Who's that idiot?
Well, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what, if he comes in here, I'm going to hit him right in the chin. Actually, that's the great Daryl Jones. I was looking out there, I thought he was the water boy.
Don't worry, probably out there playing that on this afternoon, grabbing just as well as anybody.
Good afternoon, Daryl. Sorry. Are they at the stage where they gave Anarchy 50 points? Are they at that stage?
They have to be, I think.
Well, Geelong West right now are playing 38 out of 46 points.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So giving them 50 is only giving them an extra.
An extra 4. They're only filling 38 at the moment anyway.
Yeah, but you can only, if you go out and bring in a coach from our side, he's going to be, if you're looking at quality and outside, they're going to be a 5-pointer. The people he brings with him, even if they're, say, under 18s, they come in still as 4s. So you get 4 or 5 of them. There's 20 points. So they can't get in. I know you'll drop a couple. There might be a couple of points they can lose, but that just doesn't fit into that 50 points. They may need more. They may need something
Well, hang on.
exceptional.
This is going to sound pretty nasty, but how many players have they got on their list now that are 4 points or more?
Well, again, Rob, I just don't know how many of those.
How many players do they have that 4 points that played last week? 0.
Right. Well, I was going to say,
What's Jackson Collins? He's been
He's
there.
at 3.
It's 3, right? So here we go back to a 2. But that's what I'm saying. How many of those players drop points for next year that are not already ones?
No, what I was going to say, if they had a few 4-pointers there,
Yep.
chuck them out because they're no good.
Yeah.
You got 4-pointers who are not playing like 4-pointers, but they haven't got any.
That's the
So
problem.
I don't have to be straightforward about it. But
Yep.
yeah, I don't know what they do. I really don't. I'm just I just hope that they get a lot better.
Even round 1, they didn't have any 4-pointers. So you feel like that's the first thing they've got to look at is going out and trying to recruit some.
The people got to
big-name
want to go
players.
there. Have they got any money to give anybody?
Yeah, that's
Well,
also.
as I said, that's the drawing thing, Grub. As I said, when players come out of different higher leagues and they want to go and finish their football, do you want to go and spend time developing a club and bring them on, or do you want to go and finish your season, finish your football career with a chance to play in a
Exactly,
premiership?
yeah.
Well, and that's easy for me. That would be one thing I'd rather do. I'd rather go and play in a premiership than
Or get money. That's the other thing.
well,
Premiership or
yeah.
money.
If you want money, you go to
Go to the bank.
Yeah, exactly.
down South Colac down there somewhere, or you go right up Bush up Donald or something like
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
and make twice as much as you can probably get round here. So
Anyway,
gentlemen,
I'm a bit different than you blokes. I would probably prefer to get plenty of money and win a Wayne Tyke on a Whitley and stuff the premiership. I don't care. I'll go around bragging for the rest of my life. Hey, when you do that, you're bragging for yourself. You don't have to brag for about 21 others.
right,
Rather be a big fish in a small
let's
pond.
move on. This last game, this is the important game here this afternoon. Belpo still to keep their season alive with their 3 outs of North Geelong this afternoon. Does that give them some sort of show?
Oh, my word, it does. My word, it does. I had North without even thinking. I was going North. You know, their form, we saw them against Winch when they were smashed with injuries as well. They had blokes out everywhere. And they got well beat that day, and I thought, gee, they're in trouble. But now they've got a lot of them back. There's still a couple to come back in. There's no doubt about that. But their form's been very, very good. They looked good to me last week. It's hard to beat Belmont and Belmont, and I thought they did it pretty easily. Blokes like Charlie Farrell are playing great footy. Cooper Vaughan kicked 4 last week. Jordan Bertucci kicked 4 last week. So there's a couple of blokes they really got to watch. Julesy was pretty good in the middle. Oscar Riccardi kicked 3. And young Boston's playing some pretty good footy too. He may well be a chance for the Rookie of the Year too, I think, young Boston.
Yep.
Valpo still, Godwin back in the best. Zane Jones, he's got his brother coming back in today, Felix. Quinny back. He didn't play the day we saw him. He was done a pretty good job last week. One of your mates, Cubby, basically back amongst the best. And Cozzy, where do we say Cozzy? He was about 47 goals. He kicked 4 last week. Look, I haven't changed my selection. I'm going to stick with North. The fact that Rory Desnoy's pulled out with an injury, and we know how good he is, and their back line's a bit depleted with Cambridge out. So I'd say we've watched Sammy Reynolds enjoy a few weeks up the forward line, but without Cambridge, he may have to play down the back today. And the ins are very, 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 very good for Valpo still, if I can remember them. They got, I know they got Banjo Hickey back. Yeah, it's really good to see him back. And Felix Jones is the other one.
Yep.
So you got a couple of big outs for North, a couple of big ins for Belpo still. I think they've still got a couple to come. I saw Lockie Wilson out here today in the seconds, and I reckon he straightens them up. And, well, they need either him or Riley Dixon playing well in their forward line in the seniors.
Joshy Norman,
you don't know when he's coming or when he's going because because of his job and he's up in Sydney. So I'm going to stick with North, but I reckon it's a hell of a lot closer now than I thought before I got here today.
Arch, I know that over the time, Belpo still usually played pretty well against North Geelong. But as I said, North Geelong, and Grubby mentioned their second quarter performance last week with their 8 goals is probably as good as we've seen during the course of the season.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Dale. I think the thing that impressed me most about North Geelong last week, which you could see right from the first bounce, was Cooper Vaughan and how good his marking ability was. I think you could see the players just looking for him more and more, kicking to him when it was 2-on-1 even. And just the way that he uses his body in the contest, for not a very big man as well. and then allowing to create the space, and then having the mitts that he has as well, taking most of the marks, or if not, winning the free kick. So look for him today. I wonder if Belpo still have done their research and see they're going to look for Cooper Vaughan, because not just the goals he was kicking, the opportunities he was creating up the ground as well, and his work rate I thought was really good. I think Boston Riccardi, yeah, we obviously know how exciting he is as well. So be good to watch him. And Oscar as well. A couple of players last week that I hadn't heard too much of before. Jordan Bertucci as well. I was really impressed by his game. And already ended up with 4 goals as well. So yeah, look, it's on paper, I reckon it's a pretty even matchup. But yeah, that second quarter last week, if they can play like that, I think North Geelong should get the job done here today.
Not too long get Boston Riccardi in, but just said the players out, and even with Mitchell Bibb not playing again,
another one out.
He looks,
he was pretty proper. As I said, it's that's where it was interesting because we noticed
they put him back. It's obviously they needed to win the game, but
stubborn.
Do you reckon it was him?
He wanted to come back on. He was arguing with him apparently. Just too stubborn, and but that's
when you've got history, though. You think
I know,
you
but
err
that
on the
just
side
shows
of
the
caution.
type of kid he is. He wants to be out there, but sometimes someone's got to tell him no.
And you think it was knee, Grubby?
Oh yeah,
Oh, it definitely was. But as to what he's done, I haven't even heard that. Whether it's been something it's going to be an ongoing concern for him, or whether it's just a managed now between now and the start of the season, I'm not too sure.
Well, then it puts a spotlight on players that are coming into the teams that next man up mentality. That Peter Riccardi as said before, like you got like Terry Seros, he was unlucky. I think he played every game and got dropped to the grand final last year. So someone like him, he played last week, he's got to now step up and be one of the better players.
Which he has, to what I've seen.
He has. He's definitely. And North Geelong faithful say that as well. And then also Noah Penny, he hasn't played many senior games this year as well. But he's played seniors before, so he's going to step up and play the role of someone that that's out of the team today.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a very close game. I'm actually erring like you, Grub. I think Belpo still could win the game.
It's a lot closer than I thought, yeah.
Just with those 3 or 4 out, they're important players. Like Cambridge is a bloke that plays down back. He just that extra provider, I suppose. They've got some good defensive players back there, but he just adds to that group, and he can go in and play on the ruck because he's got a good leap on him. So, and with Mitchell Bibb, and as we said, Roy Desnoy, he's just a quality footballer. And Lucas Wennerson was the other one. So they made 4 changes to their side. They played some really, really good football last week. Their performances over the season has been great. So you can't hold that against them. But
Zach's not playing either.
Zach, he's a while, and you've got the big Blakey Miller. He's obviously he's
finished for the year.
Yeah,
maybe ever.
So there's a lot of things there that you've got to consider. So I'm going to give Belpo still a little chance here this afternoon.
Yeah, I've got no problems with that. Now, before you keep going, we've lost a bloke. All right, Scrunch.
Yep.
Keithy Jamison.
Yep.
Died peacefully on Thursday night. What a great man.
Yep.
He was one of the great blokes. I've known him for a long, long time, and I reckon I've been here since '84. And he was one of the greatest blokes I've ever met. I've got to say that. I can remember one day out at East, he was a trainer and I was doing the running, and we started off shaking hands. And I've got it here. So yeah, look. Before the game, we shook hands. How you going, mate? Good bloke. Halfway through the second quarter, there's a bit of a punch on. And Scrunch has grabbed me, and I've grabbed Scrunch. I'm the runner. He's the trainer. We're swearing at each other, having a go. I thought, he's a mongrel. He must have thought the same about me. We got in the rooms after the game. He came up with 2 pots. There, Grub. And we've been mates ever since. So, Keithy Jamison, Scrunch, you're going to be missed, mate. R.I.P.
Yep, good on you, Grub. That's well spoken. As I said, a really good bloke and a bit of a character around East Geelong, and he will be missed out there, no doubt whatsoever. So thanks, Grub. I did actually see you speaking, but I was just trying to. I've been watching it for 5 minutes now. I've been trying to pick who it is. Went through the list. I just couldn't pick it out. But that's good. Look, we're going to take we won't take a short break because players are now moving to their positions.
And Darby, you might have to do a bit of special comments early because I've got to go to the toilet.
Yeah, and just looking at North Geelong's form, they've won 4 of the last 5. They're comfortably sitting on 3rd position on the live ladder, so I reckon they've got a really good chance today.
Well spoken, Darby. We got beautiful weather as well, as the umpires just get set.
Righto, we're back and we're ready to go. As I said, players now in position and umpire with ball in hand. Two big fellows in the middle. Tommy Davis been good since his return, and we know Brock Carter has had a pretty good season also.
He doesn't have the Brock side hair anymore.
No,
It was easy to pick him when he
colour.
did.
Yeah, no, you can still see, mate, he's still a very big bloke out there. So they're now Ruckman go at it. Davis gets the ball down, straight in the hands of Swenison now from the middle of the ground. Goes forward, good usage, and that is a great start to the game. Bertucci on a lead there has come out. He did kick 4 goals last week, and he had a couple of opportunities to kick some more, but he's got an opportunity here to start the game very well for North Geelong. And it's going to be an important kick for goal. He's only about 40 metres out when he kicks the ball, and almost directly in front, kicking back to the city end.
What was it last week? 4-3 and 2 that didn't make the distance. So
he's got a great no wind here this afternoon, so he should know this ground pretty well. Steps in and from 40 metres kicks that goal. Umpire moved, but not all that far. And that is what they were looking at. 1 goal on the board to North Geelong. That's taken less than a minute. North Geelong are 1 straight goal. Bell Post Hill are yet to score. Bucklers Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
What a hot start then, Dale. You couldn't pick any better start than getting your tap down to your skipper and Tommy Swenison. Him running to 75 metres out and lacing Bertucci out. And then, as you said, no real conditions. Bertucci just seems to have a knack for finding the goals.
Yes, he's got plenty of space to work in there, 2 down there. So now the ball back with the umpire once again. This time again, Davis out of the middle of the ground. Ball's going to be one, picked up by Jackson Jewell, tackled in the middle. Did he have umpire said he had prime opportunity. Not too sure there, but Dylan Godwin's going to be the recipient of the free kick. So Bell Post Hill now with an opportunity to take the ball back the other way. Go into their half-forward line, goes looking for Jones. Good spoil there by Farrell, brings the ball down. Picked up by Penny to Swenison over the top. Kick wasn't great. Bannister slipped over. Parker swoops on it now on the right boot. Looks to go forward again. Lead out player. Kick was just short of Bertucci this time. Ball's picked up, kicked back into the middle of the ground. Coming through now, picked up there by Yates. Yates goes handballs outside Vashurin. In the right boot, goes into their half-forward line. Timmy Barton's there, used his body and took the mark. Spins and goes. Wants to go long and quickly into the forward line. Costello out in the lead, picks it up. Handballs inside. Gained. Bill picked up, kicked round the body. Could be a nice little start for Bell Post Hill. And Felix Jones has done just that. Gets his first of the afternoon. Ties things up. 1 goal apiece. Bucklers Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. We have gone, I reckon, only 2 minutes.
How to start? It's a ripping game to start off. Some free flowing ball movement. You just see that a clanger that Tommy Swenison does not make too often with that kick. It nearly worked out for them in the end. Parker swooping on it. Bannister dropping the mark, but well set up from Bell Post Hill behind the ball. And they used their hands, the forward handball, quite well to transition the ball then, and they made the most of the opportunities, which you got to do on a day with the conditions as good as this, Dale.
That was some pretty impressive play from both sides so far.
Indeed it was. Very dominant start so far in this match.
So, a 1 goal apiece early in this one. Right. Bright blue skies here at Keith Barclay Oval as the umpire has ball in hand now. We're back in the middle. 1 goal apiece. And there's been a whistle off the ball. Which way is it going to go? Couldn't quite say. Heard some noise from the interchange bench. It's going to be a free kick out of the middle. And maybe 50-metre penalty it is. So Tommy Davis is going to walk the ball to about 35 metres out directly in front. Couldn't see what the infringement was for. Oh no, he's given the handball off. Thought he was going to get taken further, and then he's played on. The ball is now over the back, and it's going to go out of bounds. Tommy Davis didn't know the free kick was actually going to be brought closer to goal, and he decided to handball, I think it was to Tommy Swenison, who then kicked the ball out of bounds. It's all going on, Dale.
It is.
Did you see what happened?
No.
I didn't think so. So
I wonder why the player hadn't started in the middle of the ground. I looked back and there was something happening, but no, couldn't know.
Opportunity going begging there. So the ball back in now. Quick hands from Vaughan. Opportunity for North Geelong as the ball hits the deck. Multiple players trying to jump on top of it. Noah Penny is there as well. He couldn't get the ball out. Now spin from Godwin. Was that holding the ball? Umpire says play on. Now a big pack of players form and we'll have a stoppage 20 metres out from the North Geelong goal. And we might have another whistle here. The umpire's just holding up play for a second. I think we need... Oh, and there is a free kick, and it's going to go the way of North Geelong. So some undisciplinary action from Belpost Hill early here.
It looks like Dylan Whitney.
Is that what happened in the middle of the ground?
Still talking to him about it, yeah.
Did you say the one in the middle when it was?
No, I just saw him
Yeah.
talking to Dylan Whitney, so I reckon it's gone against him.
So Cooper
It definitely was.
has the ball now to kick North Geelong's second goal from no more than 25 metres out. Slight angle about it. Come about from a free kick. Cooper pass, slow approach. Stabs at it and just misses for the near side. Didn't kick through the ball on that occasion. It's the first minor score of the day. North Geelong 1-1-7. It's Belpost Hill 1 goal straight. We have gone 5 minutes in this one, brought to you by Bucky's Entertainment.
So now ball is going to be kicked in from full back. Looks like Willie Kerrin's doing the kicking and duties this time. He goes out long, goes to the each side of the ground here. Ball stepped back inside 50. Jones runs after it. He's the first to arrive. Couldn't pick it up. North Geelong at half forward. Tried to keep the ball in there. They've been able to succeed so far. Now the ball comes out again. It's going to be picked up. Kick wasn't made there. Jones it was again. Umpires allowed things to go on. Now ball will go over the boundary line. There's a lasso there, so it's going to go back. North Geelong will be the recipients. And the ball now quickly goes back into their forward line. That's a great kick. It's a great kick, I reckon. Was that Oscar to Cooper Vaughan, I think it was. So Cooper Vaughan, and he is a lot better shot at goal.
Well,
he
started off not kicking straight last week, but he certainly got the kicker boots on later, didn't he? The little goals from that pocket.
So he's got a great opportunity here to bring up the second goal for North Geelong.
I can tell you now, Smithy, we're not going to worry too much about the win today.
Not at this stage, no. Very, very nice day for football. Players will be appreciated out there on the ground. So Cooper Vaughan from the pocket comes in, kicks it goal. And
he's got this one.
I think he's got it. He likes it off the boot. And so does the umpire. North Geelong now to 2 goals, 1. Belpost still 1 straight goal. We have gone just over 6 minutes into this Buckley Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Well, I've just got back. Your turn, Dub.
Just the one updated score from Gelvin Park and Werribee Centrals. 1-8 Belmont Lions yet to score.
Well, Grub, what you did miss in the middle of the ground was there was a free kick and a 50-metre penalty for something off the ball. And then Tommy Davis played on instead of walking to about 30 metres out directly in front.
Oh, okay. Righto.
So back ball in the middle now, tapped away from the Belpost Hill defender, and now Yates gets it. Handball off, opportunity. Belpost Hill here out in the wing. Handball over the top. Now Hogan has the ball. He's going to chip kick over the top. Misses Barton. Might end up with Costello. Got over his head as well. So, and then the ball is going to trickle out of bounds. So we'll have a ball in 35 metres out from the Belpost Hill goal, and won a clearance finally after the centre clearance dominance from North Geelong early. Umpire has ball in hand now. Watch for Cozzy at this stoppage. Back in Barton, gives the palm down, then gets it himself, tries to kick the ball forward, couldn't quite. Opportunity for Belpost Hill. Godwin went this way and that way. Now Cozzy has the ball, hugged up tight against the pocket, handball back in, trying to find his teammate. In Jenkins he could, but he lost the ball. Still an opportunity, a kick down now from, it was North Geelong, but it was marked on the occasion by Hogan.
I can't see nothing.
So Hogan has it.
You're going to have to move the truck.
Hogan's going to play on and kick long down the line. Can Cozzy fly? He can. He couldn't quite take the mark. Also there, it might have been Hickey. He couldn't gather the ball. In and under now, it looks like Alma is happy to see the ball over the boundary line. So about 50 metres out from Belpost Hill's goal.
I did forget the umpires, boys. Normie Douglas, Will Ross, and Jake McLeod, who's Scotty McLeod's son, I think. So got a couple of good ones there.
50 out from Belpost Hill's goal. Carter wins front position. Then it was a beautiful tap down to his teammate on that occasion. And Handley, ball hits the deck now. Opportunity, trying to push through his Yates. He gets the handball out. Snap around the corner from Jones, and he kicks the goal. Both the Jones boys have one apiece. And it's a 1 point the margin at Keith Barclay Oval. 2-1-13 to 2 straight Bell Post Hill. They trail North Geelong. We have gone just over 9 minutes in this first quarter. Brought to you by Bucket Entertainment.
Well, I say it every week. We're going to say it early again today. You keep that ball in that forward line, your opportunities will come. And they kept it in there, Bell Post. North couldn't get out and couldn't get a release on it. And they just kept it in and kept it in. And all of a sudden, the opportunity come for Zane Jones, a snapshot. And you know how classy he is. It was a good goal. Puts Bell Post Hill back on even keel, isn't it?
Yeah,
Not that I can see the scoreboard.
1 point the
1
margin.
point difference there with Grubb. So
This will be the last time we'll be coming here for the year. I think I need a glass panel or something here. No, honestly, a glass panel or a TV. I honestly can't see past where the 50 is.
Yeah. Did that ball go over the fence or something, did it?
Oh, I've just finished telling you I can't see down there, and you're asking me if the ball went over the fence.
No,
How can I see?
I didn't think so because it only went over the top of the goal, but they've been able to locate it and now on its way back or heading back towards the middle of the ground.
And by the way, you've been making a fair few terrible mistakes with North Geelong.
Who?
You.
Oh, good.
And Tina Swennison's she's gonna whack you. She's gonna knock you right out.
Why?
It's Thomas Swenison, if you don't mind.
Oh,
Not Tom, Thomas.
okay.
So if I hear it again, I'll be
What about Tommy? Is that all right?
no,
I
no, it's Thomas.
want to call
Otherwise, Tina will belt the both of you.
I'm going to call him Sam next time. But ball now down, and they come to the middle of the ground. Through comes Yates there. He's heading the wrong way, but he's going to go back. Kicks around the body, goes outside towards the half-forward line. Gain. Ball picked up cleanly there, so now it's going to be driven back into their forward line. Who's the target over the top? Well, read out there, and the mark has been taken out there by, who was that? Out there was Orr, actually. It was. Got the ball. Transfers the ball back outside. Jones now, Bell Post Hill go back the other way into the half-forward line. Mark not taken, out the back, or again. There's a free kick being given, and it's going to go to Beecroft, I think. Might have been an infringement, just tapping the arms, and he's one possession of the ball. Still in defensives near the back pocket, far side of the ground, goes short outside 50, coming up. We're going to have Sammy Reynolds out there, and he's marked just outside 50. Big interchange group here. I hope they're all friends. There might be a blue yet. Ball now into the middle of the ground. The ball's taken. A quick handball goes off to Fazio. Goes into their half-forward line over the top of Parker. At ground level. Riccardi's there. He'll need to be maintained or watched. The ball picked up again. Kicked out towards goal. Terros it is. Long into the forward line. Ball bounces. That was touched there on the goal line. And the ball rolls through for a minor score.
I think you're right there, Smithy. You've got to watch out for Will Kerrins. He might throw one in before he gets on here. Watch out. Watch what he's doing.
Ball now at full back, and it'll be brought back in as the ball comes out. Kick long outside 50. Yates is the target. Over the top is Jewel. Brings the ball to ground. Again at ground level. Handley's over the top. Couldn't pick the ball up. It's going to be still inside the contest. And there's umpires called. I think the whistle did blow.
Yeah, blue. Yeah, he called. Give it to me.
So he's got the ball. Umpire just outside 50. Both ruckman prepared to do the work there. Again, Davis maybe gets a tap down. Penny had it, got rid of it. Umpire said it was incorrectly. Advantage has now been paid. Goes to Yates, and Yates transfers the ball. Goes out wide, far side of the ground. Mark taken out there. Saunders it is, and he will go quickly into their half-forward line. Mark won't be taken out there. Good defensive work there by O'Brien. Brings the ball to ground. Can't go back and collect it. Goes towards Barton now. He picks the ball up. Tried to shrug the tackle. Got the handball away. Outside to a teammate. Put it out there, and that was Jenkins. Tackled. Brought to ground. Umpire said it is okay. He will have a ball up, which will take place just outside Bell Post Hill. Forward 50 this time. In between half forward and centre wing. Ruckman up early there. This time Carter brings the ball down to ground. Picked up in defence. And the tackle laid straight away. No ball coming out of there. And we're going to have another ball up.
Darby, just give us the Thompson score when you can.
Thompson, yes, 25 to Giants yet to score.
So they've started well. Ball goes quickly into the forward line. Mark has been taken out there. Jasper George could transfer across the ground, was going to, but decided better of it. Goes pretty much towards centre half back. The mark has been taken out there this time by O'Brien, I should say. Handball goes further back to Jasper George on the overlap. Goes out wide, over the top. Ball comes, goes towards boundary line. And it's going to be a free kick, and it will go to Tommy Bryans. So he will now put the ball back into the half-forward line of Bell Post Hill. He'll go in the Barton direction, I would think. That's where he's gone to. Mark not taken there, but coming across that man again. Jasper George read it nicely, went inside. Fazio, space by himself. Handball goes over the top to Jewel. He looks up and he's got a player working towards the far side of the ground. Mark was taken out there, and Vaughan decides to keep running, goes into their half-forward line. Jai Kenner comes up with the ball. Umpire says he's got to the ball, and he's been paid the mark. So he's one of the inclusions this afternoon. Quickly into the forward half, and that's a strong mark there by Bertucci. Top of the goal square, he can go back and look at his second for the afternoon. Very clean with his first kick at goal, and from here you would think there'd be no trouble whatsoever.
It's good play, that, wasn't it, Grub? From end to end.
You just shut up and watch the footy and commentate the footy.
So Bertucci now from directly in front of goal. And look at his, as I said, all looking at his second goal, and that is straight over the umpire's head. He started very nicely this afternoon. North Geelong now to 3-2. Bell Post Hill 2 straight goals. And we have gone 15 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Well, it's that play, good play. It's actually two of the blokes we spoke about before the game. Like Cooper Vaughan, not many people can turn Will Kerrins inside out like that. And he did that beautifully and finished off with Bertucci and probably becomes a contender, our first contender actually, for the Kempy Engineering Read the Play of the Day.
Exactly right, Grub. It's a good play. And as we said, look at the marking prowess of Cooper Vaughan on the far side of the ground. It created that play. Jai Canner linking up then with Bertucci. The ball is back in the middle now. Carter sees the ball down now. Chip forward inside the forward 50. Playing in front on that occasion for North Geelong was Orr. Ball hits the deck though. Still an opportunity for Bell Post still. Now the ball's kicked over the top. It's in the path of Costello. Can he gather it? He can't. Barton has a free run at the ball. Then he gets tackled. Did he sit on top of it? How's the umpire going to see this? He's going to say no prior opportunity. So we're going to have another stoppage. 35 metres out from the Bell Post Hill goal.
Was that Saunders who got that in there? He's starting to play all right.
That might have been Banjo, was it? Oh, it might have been Saunders.
Over the top. Quick kick out by Pass. Can someone get under it as all? It's nearly a great mark taken from Whitney. Ball then is going to be parried over the boundary line in the hands of Damien Fazio. So another stoppage now. 45 metres out from the North Geelong, from the Bell Post Hill goals, right? So umpire. Ball in hand. Over the top from Carter versus Pask. Now trying to get rid of it, and he did on that occasion. Now it was a quick kick on that occasion from Fazio. The ball's going to be coming back though. So now a quick hand inside. Ends up with Nick Flacavento. He's going to send the ball inside the forward 50. Couldn't quite take the mark as Felix Jones. Ball hits the deck. Still running after it. There might be a whistle. There is. It's going to go the way of Noah Penny. His 50th club game as well. He's going to go to the outer side wing. That 1-on-2 and Cooper Vaughan again.
You've got to go back,
He's
though.
got good.
You've got to go back.
And it's going to be 50-metre penalty as well. Slammed him in the deck. And yeah, who was that? Might have been Flacavento, I reckon.
Willie.
Was that with Will Kerrins?
Yep.
Didn't go back with a flight. And you don't want to give this man too much of an opportunity. He's going to go short to the pocket, trying to find the ruckman in Tommy Davis. Ball near, it's a 1-on-3. He needs to retreat. He needs his players to get and help him. They do eventually, as the ball's stuck under there, and we'll have a stoppage 30 metres out from the North Geelong goal. So ball up again now. Davis versus Bannister. Bannister slapped the ball into the path to Tommy Swenison. He fakes one way, then kicks back in. Opportunity now. It was well done on that occasion from Jenkins. He kicks the ball down the line, falling over Modern Farrell it was. He got the ball in the path of Pass. Pass runs down to 55, lowers his eyes and hits Flacavento. Fortunately, he's on the wrong team, so he's going to go try and switch the ball now. And he finds Baseley. We see him back out there. Baseley in the path of Hickey, and the kick is centimetre perfect. Finds Banjo Hickey, one of the young stars of the comp this year. His kick wasn't great. Now it ends up with Seros. He's going to kick the ball inside forward 50. And he finds his teammate. Not good from Bell Post Hill with possession.
Banjo Hickey had no pressure on him. So the kick has got to be better than that. And then once the ball comes back, the defence just couldn't get back into the right spots.
So he kicked 4, was it last week, Dale? He's seems to be having a good impact on this team. After playing 10 senior games last year, he's played nearly every senior game this year. And This will be for his third today. Could have kicked 5 or 6 last week as well. So from 40 metres out, a little bit of angle about it. To extend their lead here, and it was always right. So just a minor score, 3-3, 21 North Geelong now. They lead Bellpost Hill 2 goals straight, 12. We have gone 20 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Buckers Entertainment.
Basically now back in that role at fullback, kicking in.
Yeah. It's interesting. We spoke about how the balls get delivered. We saw Bertucci against Winch when they were depleted. The ball didn't come in. He didn't play very well. But by geez, when they get the ball in properly, he's dangerous.
So now basically straight down the ground pretty much, goes in the hands of Tartar, just outside 50, takes the mark. Looking for some options now around the outside. Martin was going to be the handball, but they've covered him off nicely there. Umpire's called him to play on now. Goes quickly towards the half-forward line, or sorry, centre wing. Coming out, Charlie Farrell chapped that ball nicely, kicked back into their half-forward line. Runs towards the half-forward line, picked up again by Vaughan, tried to get away. But this time he was taken in a tackle. Umpire said incorrect disposal. Free kick this time to Willie Kerrins.
Wasn't the? I think it was the trailing umpire.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's one go to Ian.
So Kerrins now with the ball. He's looking to bring the ball across the ground, but I don't know whether that's a good option just yet. Kicks into the man of the mark
Better than
anyway,
that.
so he's got a chance now to win possession back. He'll need to do better this time. Handball goes over the top, puts his team under a bit of pressure, comes out. Vaughan tackle with the ball. Ball
I don't
comes
think he
out
had it.
again. Swinnerson, he picks the ball up, but didn't have it. And umpire finally comes in and has a ball up inside forward 50.
He might have been a touch lucky there. I think he thought he had it, but I don't know if he did or not.
So now the ball, Ruckman up, go at it. Pass up over the top, brings the ball down, again cleared away, but numbers outside with North Geelong. Picked up there by Riccardi, goes long, and hits the post. So Boston Riccardi, a minor score, 3-4 now to North Geelong, 2 straight to the Bellpost Hill side. 21 minutes gone. Buckers Entertainment Centre, first quarter scoreboard.
So short to the pocket and find Bannister. He'd back Boston Ricciardi to kick those more times than he wouldn't. Usually a dead eye, and that kick isn't great, and it's going to be turned over. He might have been Seros was Braden Orr, might have been put off by his own teammate in Parker going back with a flight.
You want to be a bit careful slinging blokes to the ground like that after the play. I didn't nearly pay a free for that, just to cut it out.
So have a ball up just in front of North Geelong interchange bench. And the ball comes out now. Opportunity for Hickey. He ends up with the ball, and Riccardi tackling 2 young guns of the competition. That's a good kick into the middle of the ground. It's going to be taken by Harmer. And they're going to go quickly. The handball receive ends up with Assurin. He's going to go back to Harmer. Problem is he's got Riccardi behind him, and he's happy to see the ball over the boundary line. Centre wing, far side of the ground will have the ball in.
That was a forward entry blown apart by their own team. That should have gone into the forward line. They just messed it up a little bit.
Does look like they're looking to switch every opportunity they get,
Well,
which is hurting them.
They went for the quick handball, but North had it covered.
Yeah.
So when that happens, you go back and take your kick.
So ball in now. Getting to the front on that occasion was Pass. He's doing a good job in the ruck against Carter. And the ball hits the deck. It was tapped forward. It was smart play on the end. They're trying to find Parker out wide, in and under as always. Get the ball forward. It might have been Vaughan. Now the ball bounces. Only one back. And that's it's got him. And as the umpire seen, he says holding the ball.
I don't think he had much of a choice. I mean, he didn't have much of a chance, did he really?
That Sharon bounces in funny ways. It just sat up when it didn't need to for Flacavento.
Well, yeah, but Arch, it took that long to come down. Did he have the prior opportunity to do anything?
Oh, I'm not sure. It looked like the umpire in his decision, he allowed it from them not running at the ball, but that's not part of the decision making.
It was always going to get caught from the minute the ball bounced up in the middle.
So,
I thought he was a bit unlucky.
So Kenner, one of the inclusions now. It's a good tackle. Can he finish off his good work? He can! The celebration to go with it. North Geelong have kicked their 4th goal, and they extend their lead. 4-4-28 to 2 goals straight. Bellpost Hill. We have gone 23.5 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Bucks Entertainment.
And unfortunately, it probably comes from that mistake. The ball, you take your kick, you kick it deep into your forward line. It could have been in Bellpost Hill's forward line, but it comes out. And North Geelong, they swung it on him. The ball bounced high. Umpire gave the free kick. Nice goal. And Darby, I see you got this. Have you got YouTube on this?
We do have YouTube, and just updating a couple quick scores. Werribee Central's 52, Belmont yet to score. Aniki also kicking away over Corio, 43 plays 4. And in the Thompson game, they lead 43-1.
Can you get a John 1 movie up on that?
True
True grit.
Ball
if you
back in the
can.
middle. Quick tap out the back there was nicely done. Straight in the hands of Godwin, but he was taken very quickly in a tackle and put down in the middle. But he's going to get himself up. He's okay. Ready to go again. Again, Ruckman go at it. This time Pass takes Brock Carter out of the contest. Ball goes into towards Harmer. He handballs outside to Bryans. Bryans went once, then kicked off the ground into their forward line. Ball in dispute now. Or first to arrive, picks the ball up, kicks the little one round the body, and that's okay. And the mark has been taken out there by Farrell. Farrell goes along the boundary line to Riccardi. And he's up in front and takes the mark again. Just still defensive side of centre wing, far side of the ground. Wants to go now and does so. Back into the middle of the ground he goes. It's a good
kick.
choice there. Cooper Vaughan didn't have to change stride there. He comes outside. He's got Bowles who's just come on the ground. Actually, it's Riccardi, and he goes into their forward line. That's some good use of transfer of play, and the mark has been taken inside 50 once again. And North Geelong have 4 on the board at the moment. Can go back and look at their 5th.
I'll tell you what, Smithy, if they keep playing like this, I'll be doing Kempy Engineering read the player of the day all bloody day.
Yes, that was
They're playing
transfer.
champagne footy.
Beautifully done. Bertucci.
He always seems to get on the end of it, doesn't he? He
Yep.
must read the play really well.
So he's got an opportunity here for his 3rd for the afternoon. So he comes in now from about 40 metres out. 45-degree angle. That is as straight as you'll ever want to see it, and that is straight over the umpire's head. He's got his 3rd of the afternoon. And North Geelong now to 5-4. Dangerous time now because Belpost Hill 2 straight goals. And we have gone 26 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Well, we talk about Cooper Vaughan. We've done it a few times. He won the Hotham Hotel voucher dinner for 2 last week. And I reckon on a few occasions he's kicked 4 and 3 and triple 4s and that. He's kicked 3 already, has he?
Yep.
And it's
Bertucci.
sorry, Bertucci.
Yep.
He's kicked 3 already. Who knows? Today might be the breakout. I'd love to see a kid like that kick 7 or 8. And I guess what? Today's the opportunity, the way he's going at the moment, for that to happen.
So ball back in now. Davis couldn't quite run it out, and he wins his own clearance. Gets tackled as he was trying to kick, though. Ball now spurts out to Bowles as he was taken as tackled as he took the ball. So he'll have a nice stoppage near the middle of the ground. Now back again now. Carter versus Davis. Gets the ball out. It was well done from Swenison. He kicks out and finds his teammate in Boston Riccardi. He's had a good quarter. Not a great kick, though, in the middle of the ground. Though it does find his teammate in Fazio. Now they're going to go back to go forward. That's a better kick. Finds Riccardi again. He's causing havoc right now for Belpost Hill. He's going to run his full measure and then kick out wide. And it's a pinpoint perfect kick. He finds Bowles. So Bowles has Kenner out wide if he wants to go. He's going to go shorter and finds his teammate. Is that Bertucci again?
It is.
He's going to go back inside to find Penny, and he does. Oh, no, it's Riccardi.
It's Riccardi, yeah, and they're looking pretty good. They're kicking, field kicking's beautiful.
So, and once again, Bertucci out in his own. He must read. I was saying this to Dale, Grubby. He must read the ball really well because he always seems to get space on his opponent and always be where the leads.
Well, he does. He definitely does do that. North Geelong are putting it in that well that it gets a bit easier to read when the ball's coming in as well as it is.
Oscar Riccardi now. 45 metres kicks, looks a little rise, hold its line, it doesn't, so it's just a minor score. 5-5, 35 now North Geelong to 2 goals straight Belpost Hill. We have gone 28 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Buckley's Entertainment Centre.
So basically going back with the ball at fullback. And they just need to take a little bit of control here. Belpost Hill, they go out wide. Out towards Barton's. Spoil comes down the front of the contest. It's picked up. Barton ends up with it. Handball goes outside to Yates. Got the ball now to release it. Does so. And with the handball goes out the back there. And it was cleared away by Hanley. Again towards centre wing. It's going to be North Geelong who's going to bring it back the other way, though, into the hands of Fazio, who was tackled, tapped out the back, but it ends up with Farrell. Farrell now, right boot, goes back into the half-forward line. Bashurin couldn't take the mark. Ground level, it's cleaned up, basically. On the overlap, runs into the middle of the ground, kicks into the half-forward line. Costello in some space by himself, picks the ball up. Runner outside is Jones, goes looking for his brother, kicks out in front, just needs a favourable bounce here, picks it up, tackled, brought to ground, nicely done. Farrell arrived in good time. Ball held up. North Geelong defended nicely once again. So ball still about in between half forward and forward pocket. Tommy Davis first arrived there. Ruck contest. Ball comes down. Player over the top. Umpire said no ball is coming out of there. So there's going to be another ball up similar position. Cricket wicket practice area. Ball from that contest comes out into the hands of Cleary. He's tackled. Umpire said he had prior opportunity. I'm not too sure about that. There wasn't too much of it, but the free kick's going to go to Yates of Bellpost Hill, and in range can go back and kick a much needed goal for Bellpost Hill. We'll get a good look at it from here. Ball.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. You need to grab so you can put your head out there.
You don't have to have a long neck to be a goose, but I wish I had one at the minute.
So Yates comes in, kicks a goal, and he has left it just a little bit short and through for a minor score. Bellpost Hill 2-1, North Geelong 5-5, 30 minutes gone in this Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Gee, they needed that bad.
Yeah, that would have been very handy because all the control has been with North Geelong.
Yeah.
The game could have been nearly done and dusted if they'd have kicked 8 goals too.
The shock result at the moment around the league is Anarchy 9-1-55 to 5 behind Corio.
That's not a shock.
You think so?
No, it's not a shock. I didn't think that would happen, but I wouldn't call it a shock.
So Jasper George now plays on from the full-back position. Gee, he's running his full quota there. Kicks outside. Nice kick. Mark taken out there. Charlie Farrell once again. He takes the mark. Got some options there. Riccardi actually wasn't Riccardi. It was Bowles that led up at him, but he ignored that option. He's going to have to kick longer this time. Tommy Davis. He's got to come back inside the field before I can be playing that, doesn't he?
I think so. The umpire's going to converse.
If he hasn't come back inside the field, it's not playing on until he actually... If he's already outside the boundary line, it's got to be... He's allowed to kick the ball.
I think the players are just as confused as well.
Well, yeah, at least they can see what's happening.
There's going to be a ball up, so not too sure that was the right decision there. But anyway, ball now is going to be thrown up. Half-forward line, Carter down, goes to Yates. Yates tried to get the handball outside, picked up there Fazio, tried to get further afield, but again, ball's going to be kicked forward by Handley towards centre half forward.
Well, that's got to be a free kick.
Would have been front on contact. Oscar's
Riccardi
comes out of the contest now and plays on. Pass picked it up, put it down. Pressure from Bellpost Hill is good at this stage because the ball's going to go back into their half-forward line. Jasper George stands under it. Contest was made there by Semi Harmer. I'm not too sure what that was a free kick for.
Chop the arms and all that.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, he got the other one right. He paid the other one.
Yeah.
And then paid advantage.
Yep. So the ball now is kicked out long, back outside. Gain, spoiled from behind by Flacavento. Picked up, kicked forward. North Geelong, Bertucci's in front. Siren sounds to end the first quarter here at North Geelong. North Geelong will go in at 5-5, leading Bellpost Hill 2-1. Goal kickers for the home side, Bertucci with 3, 1 each to Vaughan and Kenner. And for Bellpost Hill, the Jones boys both have 1 each. Going to take a short break, come back. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
And at this stage, it is a good start for North Geelong. Once again, they're 5-5, leading Belpost Hill 2 goals once. We might get Darb to give us some scores from around the grounds before Grubby gives his view on that first quarter.
Don't we have some scores? Absolute blowouts right around the region. Werribee Central's 52, leading Belmont 6. Aniki 55, Corio 5. Winchelsea scores are tied up at Eastern Reserve. Both teams, Winchelsea and Inverleigh on 17. 18 play 7, Bannockburn leading East Geelong. And in the Thompson game, Thompson also kicking away 10-62, lead the Giants 1-1-7.
Big scores there, Grub.
Yeah, some
Surprising.
yeah, very surprising scores. But the thing that's more surprising is if the conditions are like that wherever we're playing at here, normally we'd say those. Well, let's wait till half time and see with the wind. But I don't know. I don't think there's much wind about it. Just
No.
that makes it hard. But I'll tell you what, it could have been over here at quarter time too. At 5 goals, 5 of those points all could have been goals. So it could have been 8, 9 or 10 goals at 2 game over. I thought they were fantastic. We spoke about North Geelong's form before the game, and we said that I thought their form was pretty good to good. Well, I think we got that mixed up. It's good to really, really good because their field kicking is just fantastic. They seem to have all the time in the world, and even under pressure, they're going into the 4-on and giving their forwards every chance. Valpost, on the other hand, are scrapping it in, aren't they? They're picking it out of the boundary. They're scrapping it in and making it a little bit easier for the North Geelong defence to spoil and bring it back out. Look, Valpost Hill, this is one of their last hurrahs. They really, really need to win this game. And to do that, they're going to have to improve 100%, I reckon, this quarter. Because if they don't, I've just got this feeling that North Geelong are going to run away with it. They've got to do something about it right now. Second quarter, first couple of minutes.
Yes, they need to get themselves back into this contest very quickly. As I said, that's a fair bit of control there from North Geelong, and they've been playing some pretty good football. Just need to obviously get some control back. That's what they need to do for a start. If they can do that, then they'll might give themselves a chance. But as I said, I don't think I've seen North Geelong play any better than the last couple of weeks. As I said, their second quarter, I know they did it in a one quarter not last week, but it was last week. But that second quarter, as I said, was just clear, and that was when you get conditions like this and they can transfer play, it definitely sets them up pretty nicely.
I think, yeah, you're exactly right there, Dale. And I think the contrary is happening to Valpost Hill. It looks like they're trying to switch all the time. They just don't have the polish and the finish that North Geelong have had. And that's what's creating the turnovers, especially in their defensive half, and what's leading to North Geelong being clean. And, yeah, they're creating opportunities everywhere, all over the ground.
Well, every now and again, Valpost Hill play a game out of their skin.
Yep.
Well, guess what?
They need to find it.
They need to find it right now and do it now, because otherwise they won't get beat. They'll get beaten well, and they don't need that.
Yeah, no, some work to be done, no doubt there.
Well, it's a finals chance on the line here.
Absolutely.
Every game from now on in, it's make or break, isn't it?
Yep, you don't get them, and it makes it extremely hard.
Well, you just can't have one of those days where things didn't go right, we didn't play well. You've got to give everything for the next today and the next two.
Especially when they travel to Werribee next week. So the ball
No, it's
now,
at Belpost Hill.
oh, is it? So the ball now is thrown down or thrown up in the middle of the ground. Davis went after, couldn't get the bounce, and Brock Carter, he's the same. In that middle, it must be pretty hard to pick up, but Jackson Jewell did so. Got it outside the penny, handball over to Fazio. Fazio towards then half forward, going back. Vaughan dropped one of the marks he probably would never drop. Goes into the hands of Riccardi, sprints away, runs at goal, and puts it on the
very
board.
much.
That is as good a start once again, and that was taken less than a minute. Once it hasn't even taken a minute, has it?
No.
No.
The score.
Well, that
the
has said
time has
7
only
seconds
just
there.
started. Yeah, it's got 30 seconds.
So that's on the Elders Insurance scoreboard. That moves North Geelong to 6 goals, 5. Belpost Hill 2 goals, 1. And we have, as I said, not even gone 1 minute in the second quarter.
I don't know what you do to stop that. I mean, you said it's been hard to be picked up down there. Well, you know, big Brock Carter's got a long way to get down there, and if he misses it, Tommy Davis has got almost as long to come down. But once they got it out to Riccardi, look out, that was just bang. That was a goal as soon as it got within 5 metres of him. It's just all class.
Ball back with the umpire once again. Ruckman go at it. This time ball comes down. This time Valpost Hill through. Hickey gets the ball, goes long into their forward line. Mark required down there in front. Costello. Ball runs through the contest. and has gone over the boundary line. So that was a fair bit of distance covered there. So
Well, Smithy, it's distance, but when North Geelong go in, they got Bertucci and all these out in front taking nice marks. That was to a 50-50 contest with Cozzy against the bigger bloke. So whether Cozzy has to lead or whether the ball's got to be kicked in better, probably both. To match the Magpies, because that's what they're doing.
thrown into the forward pocket, ball from the ruck contest. Barton chaps it over the top of his shoulder. Gain. No clear passage there, but I think that was picked up
Hickey's
there.
got it.
Was that
Yes.
Banjo Hickey, I reckon.
no?
Yeah, it is.
Was it?
Oh,
I thought it might have been Jones.
Well, we might have to go to the video.
Well,
I've got it here.
Well, we'll put it on anyway. So it's their third goal. They did what they did in the first quarter. They got that quick response. And it's going to be 3-1 now to Belpost Hill, 6-5 to North Geelong. And 2 minutes gone in this Elders Insurance second quarter.
Right, it was Zane Jones.
Like I said, it was scrappy and they've been scrappy, but hey, a goal's a goal, and boy, did they need it. And I don't care if they kick 3 more scrappy ones, as long as they get them through.
Just on your point before as well, Grub, I think the benefit of Hickey if he kicks out in front of Costello is that by kicking on his head, if he 50-50s it, it's going to go behind him and go out of bounds.
Yeah, but
if he can get in front of him, then the
but if Costello leads out 15 metres, it's on his chest.
Yeah. So the ball is back in now. The umpire's picked a free kick out of the middle. It's going the way of Belpost Hill. Just a little run on for them at the moment. It's going to go to the reigning Robert Whitley medalist in Jack Yates. He's going to kick the ball long. It's not a great kick. It's on the head of his forward. It's nearly a great mark taken by Felix Jones. He couldn't quite. Now they've got to defend.
It's down the ground.
Swennerson. Oh, he's going to pay the. He's got the arm going out the wrong way.
It's got to be down the ground. He was bumped into the ground after he kicked it.
So Swennerson, who was bumped, is going to end up.
Oh, Grubby doesn't miss them ones, mate, I'll tell you.
With Noah Penny. He's going to have the ball. He's going to take the player on. He does. Runs past him. Now goes inside the forward 50. Looking for pass. Taps it out in front of him. Away from Godwin. Flacavento on his tail as well. Now Yates comes back. Umpire says play on. Now the ball's still under the pack. Pass still going under Hardy, wins the ball and then gets jumped on top of good hard footy there by North Geelong and Belpost Hill.
Yeah, but look at the pressure North are putting on to keep it in there. It's just, they want it. They want it.
50 metres out from goal now. It's going to be Carter versus Davis. Now, was that the slung tackle at the end? The last action, the umpire already blew his whistle, and that's why they do blow the whistle so quick. The ball it up again, so that doesn't happen. Now, early leap from Davis, tries to get the handball out. Now it comes to Jewel. Jewel kicks to a 2-on-2 in the goal square as the mark taken. It might end up out the back with Pask. Well defended by that time, Basley, or it was kicked on the top of the head of Basley, and now it was punched over the boundary line. Good defence there from North Geelong once again. They are covering all exits. North Geelong will have a stoppage 50 metres out from their goal. And get ball in. Davis versus Carter. You've seen him dominate games earlier in the year. Carter, the ball ends up with Almo. He tries to get the handball out to Swennerson. He had a fumble, then goes back and gets his own ball. Now he's going to swing around that left. Bit of a pitching wedge to the pocket. Can they get there? They can. The mark is taken in the pocket by guess who? Cooper Vaughan. He read it well. Once again, used his body, pushed away late. And he's got a tough shot from the pocket here from 40 metres, maybe 45 metres. Right up against the boundary line. He missed some opportunities last week he should have kicked. But he also kicked some you wouldn't expect him to. So Cooper Vaughan, his second goal. And North Geelong's seventh to extend their lead. It looks pretty good off the breeze. They're going to come back enough. No, it's going to hold its line and miss to the near side.
Oh, about 8 metres.
6-6-42.
Tally,
North Geelong. I thought you couldn't see there, Grub. It's 3-1-19. We've gone 5 minutes in the second quarter brought to Elders Insurance.
I can't see, but I just do.
So Whitney kicks in from the full back position. Mark taken out in the half back line from Yates. So Belpost still, as I said, they need to just maintain a bit of possession football, which they have been able to do, but that won't help as it's kicked into the man of the mark now. Gain, Bourne over the top of the contest, tries to keep the ball alive, did so. Out to Jewel, that was a high tackle. Umpires allowed play to go on. Out the back, it comes to Penny, back to Jewel, over the boundary line, throw-in to take place once again.
A couple close ones here, and Winchelsea lead in the league, 30-23, and Bannockburn 18 plays 7 over East Geelong.
Thanks very much, Dub.
Ball back in now from the ruck. Game contest there. Bannister taps the ball down. Baisley handballs back inside to Whitney. Whitney on the left boot goes long out towards centre wing. Costello's there. Used his body, got the ball outside, kicked off the ground. Barton goes back towards the boundary line. That will be the old Alasu. And the ball's going to be a free kick going to North Geelong. He's going to take it. Jasper George is going to have the ball in hand. So he's got the ball in between centre wing and half back.
And he still needs a couple of games under his belt too, Smithy, I reckon.
Yeah, no, ball inside to Parker. Fair way up the ground, though. He's got options across the ground. That's where he decides to go. Or out there by himself. And again, he plays on. Well, that kick wasn't good, but he's got Sammy Reynolds in space by himself. Just needs time and space, and he has both. Now goes and kicks the ball towards centre wing. Yates back with the fly of the ball. Brings it to ground. Picked up by Farrell. Tried to get out of the contest. Handballs back inside. He's put his teammate there and Elmer under a little bit of pressure. Goes back and assists him now. Tried to feed the ball through the contest once again. Umpire says, let's have a ball up on centre wing, far side of the ground. Carter there. Davis now just arriving. Ball comes down to the front of the contest. Now there's a free kick being given. I'm not too sure what that was for. A bit too far away for me to see, but it goes to Davis of North Geelong, and he goes quickly into the half-forward line. Vaughan didn't think he was going to get to the contest, but did so. Didn't take the mark. Ball comes out now, picked up by Carter. Handballs outside. Vashurin on the overlap. On the left boot, he goes back towards centre wing. Barton stands under it to finish the mark off. Went back and collected, got the handball further afield, so he's they've lost possession now, but it comes back towards Bowles. He's taken out of the contest. Umpires allowed play to go on. Picked up by Reynolds once again, and this time he comes in and will ask for it to be a ball up, I think, or has he put his hand out? No, definitely a ball up.
Ball up.
So centre wing, Carter is the only ruckman there, so he taps the ball down. Elmer read it nicely, but it's been picked up there by Belpo still.
There's no prime opportunity there. Was there?
I'm not too sure again.
He was running backwards.
Riccardi's pretty quick, mate. He picked him up fairly quick.
Yeah.
It goes inside to Swenison. Swenison on the right boot. A left boot goes outside. George in space by himself. Could use Farrell over the top, but he decides now to go a little bit longer. Goes long into their forward half. Mark is not taken. Gets through the contest. Not too sure what Sammy Quinn was doing there, but it comes back out. Mark was taken, but the ball ends up in the hands of Parker. Has time, has space. Looks at his options, went outside to Farrell, steps around one on the boundary line, kicks into the forward line, and the mark has been taken out there. Good use once again.
It's like Nick Dacos, the way he kicks out on the outside of his foot.
This time Bertucci.
Oh.
No, it's not Cooper Vaughan. This bloke's finding himself on the end of a lot of it. So he's had we had a good week last week. His kicking probably let him down last week, but he started nicely today. The reverse of last week. So he's got 3 at the moment, and from about 45 metres out, to look at his 4th. So Jordan Bertucci now starts his approach. Distance, I don't think, will be a problem. Again, he's left that a little bit narrow again, and that's through for a minor score. 3 goals, 2 to Bertucci now. 6-7, North Geelong, 3-1 to Valpo still. 9 minutes gone. Elders Insurance, second quarter.
They got Tozzy long, and they want to use him. They're going to go shorter and find Caleb Basley. He's going to go down the line, and that's close to the boundary line. It's over. I tell you what, Jasper George as well, we talk about his marking prowess quite a lot, but he's just as good by foot. He's created quite a few opportunities this quarter.
And I still reckon, as I said, his best football's to come once he gets a
Definitely.
couple of games under his belt.
So chip kick it was on that occasion by Beecroft. He finds Parker. Parker to the pocket. He's looking for Vaughan. He couldn't quite get there. He's still going to chase after the ball. There was 2 on him. And there should be. See how dangerous he is in the air, especially inside the forward 50.
Might be a wind at Werribee Dub. The Belmont on the way back.
Well, Werribee, they lead 53-25.
Kick the last 3.
So ball back in now. And they can raffle it off in North Geelong. Parker has the ball now. He's going to push off and then kick back in forward. Who's going to fly over the top here and take a mark? Oh, it's going to be
Tommy
Brines for Valpo still. Good mark in that occasion. Now, out wide, he's got Whitney. He's going to use him. He's going to go in path of Basley. Probably not who I would the ball to in a contested setting. Ball trying to get out to Whitney, couldn't quite. North Geelong are just winning all the contests at the moment. They need Yates to step up, and he does on that occasion to Costello, and then back to Whitney. Now in the path of basic. Can he gather the ball? He might go back to Yates. He does. They're at half field now. He's going to go down the line, and the path of Jones is there. Was well done from North Geelong to defend. Coming back the other way. It's a high tackle, and a sling to go after it. Looks like the player is okay in Braden Orr. Very dangerous action on that occasion from Dave Hanley. And it's going to be a descent free kick as well. Maybe he didn't get back. Didn't stand. And Valpo still coaching box, not too happy about it. There's no one on the mark as well. So Braden Orr can just keep running. Eventually, Carter got to the mark, but it was a bit too late in the end. He's going to kick in the path of the ruckman. Tommy Davis gathers the ball, and then he's going to handball over the top to Cooper Vaughan. Usually something happens when he gets the ball like a racehorse. He kicks inside the forward 50. Couldn't quite. Whitney has the ball now. Quick hands out. Was smothered on that occasion, though. It was good pressure from Alma. Ball hits the deck. Still an opportunity for North Geelong. Also there on that occasion was Bertucci. Now a kick back from Fazio inside the 450, looking for Keno. Comes off his hands. Belpo still have the numbers. Flacavento, cool and composed. He finds Basley. They get out of jail for now. Basley just going to hold the ball up for a second and try and get some structure ahead of the ball. He's going to go more central. So taking the game on, it's a good kick as well. He finds his teammate in Saunders, and he was tackled after it. So undisciplinary from Davis there. It's going to be a 50-metre penalty and take Saunders to within 40 metres. Yep, no, even further.
Well, you call it undisciplined. I don't know what I'd call it. It'd be a lot worse than that. That's ridiculous.
So has a shot from 30 now. Doesn't go back, and he probably should have reset himself there, Grub, and taken his 30, gone through his routine.
I don't know why you're right. It was just ridiculous. It was terrible footy by big Tommy Davis. I don't know what he was doing.
And
he wasn't going to hold it up.
And then Saunders not going back then and just having a shot instead of...
Oh, you say take your 30 seconds. He took 4 seconds. Line the damn thing up, son.
So some clangers going on all around Keith Barclay Oval at the moment. 6-7, 43 to 3-2 now, 20. And we have gone 13 minutes. In this second quarter, Bruce Bowler's Insurance.
Ball now with Reynolds goes short into the back line. And again, he's found his teammate out there. O'Brien it is with the ball. Inside defensive 50 still. Now decides to go across the ground. In space out the other side is Cleary. Campbell's back inside. Goes outside Farrell. Goes back and they use Cleary once again. Shift back inside. Footwork's good. Mark's also good. Fazio comes up the ball and takes it still just in their defensive end. So he will now transfer play. A little chip up over the top is also good. Parker playing a lot further up the ground today. Must have got that fitness in his body, Lukey Parker. He's working.
Well, he went away for the weekend, so...
Oh, that's right. He might have enjoyed his time. So the ball now goes long into their forward line, got through the contest, out the back, Flacavento, handballs over the top. I tell you what, only just cleared him in time. Yates was there. Ball comes out, picked up Kerins, handballs over the top. Flacavento continue to work across the goal line. Ball now over the boundary line, and umpire said, let's throw it back in. A little bit lucky there, Balpo still.
Well, they're doing a little bit of a Collingwood, aren't they? They've stemmed the bleeding a bit.
Yep.
But now they've got to score.
They're not. It's unusual because they're not hitting targets like they normally would, Balpo still.
No, but North are.
Yes, yeah, the reverse probably. Although North have been pretty good as well.
Well, they've been good at it for a while, yeah.
Contest now. Carter takes the ball out of the contest, goes outside. Parker takes it out of there. Got the handball inside. Swinnerton now, left boot, goes back to goal. How will it go? Mark not taken in the goal square. Hits the ground again. Flacavento first to arrive. Handball comes out. Did he get rid of it cleanly? Yates picks it up. He's tried to get through the contest. Umpires allowed play to go on. Out the back they come into the hands of Bannister. Chips the ball outside. Mark not taken. And the ball has gone over the boundary line. So not clean at all, Belpo still at the moment.
Well, I think, too, when two sides can do that, and one side's doing it and one's not, I think one of the sides, like North Geelong, are putting a little bit more pressure on the bloke with the footy.
So they've been able to get the ball away from the goals, but North Geelong, again, have been able to hold things up pretty nicely in their forward half. And they'll have another opportunity here. Carter's the only one that's doing the ruck contest. A big thump forward, goes over the boundary line. Well, it can't be deliberate because it's a ruck contest. He just tried to...
No, but if you're a player wanting a free kick, you can ask for anything you want.
Yeah.
Just 5 points in the game. Bannockburn leading East Geelong 25-20.
Good man.
Ball thrown back in this time. Again, Carter front position. He goes straight back to the boundary line, and that was probably more deliberate than the last one, but the umpire said, let's throw it back in again. Got a definite height advantage now over Cooper Pask.
Well, I think this bloke's the best ruckman. Well, I don't think. I know he's the best ruckman in the comp.
So the ball now is thrown back in. Again, out the back it comes. That's a nice little touch into the hands of Godwin. Godwin through the middle of the ground.
That's better.
Played up, and that's good work taken out there. Handballs looks to be given, but now they play on. Saunders goes into their half-forward line towards Jones. Mark not taken down there, coming through Barton. Read it nicely, got the handball outside. Teammate goes further ahead into the hands of Handley. Kicks back towards goal. Bounces over the contest or through the contest, and it'll be pushed through for a minor score to a bell post still. That moves them to 3-3. They're trailing North Geelong on 6-7. 16 minutes gone. Elders Insurance second quarter.
Sorry, you go.
Sorry, the thing is, they're only 3-7 goals down.
Yep.
Which is good for them, the way they're playing. Sorry, Arch.
That's right. So Jasper George has the ball now. He fakes and runs his full measure as usual. Then he's going to get the handball received back. So runs the defensive 50 and then kicks in the middle of the ground. Ball goes over the top. Riccardi read that well. Even numbers ahead of the ball here. Who's going to win it? They need to start winning these 50-50s. Bell post hill, but they don't. Now Riccardi. Oscar has the ball, kicks to Canner. He's going to get the ball out. He had Boston there if he could. He couldn't quite. The umpire's surely not going to pin him, and he's not. What I was going to say is, so we'll have a stoppage 35 metres out from North Geelong's goal. Back again. Ball hit down, was well rode by Hickey on that occasion. Seems to get better every week. I watch him as the ball comes down the line. Jackson Jewell is going to rove it, trying to get the ball out to George. He couldn't quite. It's going to go back and get it, and it's going to be a stoppage at true centre wing. What I was going to say before, Grub, is when you're working so hard for these opportunities, probably not the percentage play from Hanley down here to kick a right foot banana.
No, it wasn't. And I can't understand Costello being so far up the ground either, but anyway.
Carter kicks the ball forward, and then the big call from mine. It was like he's coming in for a catch there in cricket. Was from Charlie Farrell. They all got out of the way, including the opposition. He's going to go central. So now they're going to go out wide again, and they just let the ground open up for him. Here's Tommy Swenison, the skipper, right in front of us in the broadcast. Thomas Swenison. It's going to go down the line now to Vaughan, and why wouldn't you? He's going to turn his man inside out. We'll try to. We got slung after it. Could be a free kick. Umpire says no, play on. Now Riccardi gets around his man and hits the belly of the ball. Wouldn't expect him to do that. They've still got the numbers here. Kenner's there against Paisley. Kenner now snaps around the corner. Parker, yes! He flew early, got the rise, kept himself up, and then took the mark. It was well done by Luke Parker. And he's going to go back from 10 metres out and have an opportunity to kick North Geelong's 7th goal. Should be no problems at all. And he kicks it. It's highlight central here for North Geelong. And kicks 7-7-49 to 3-3-21. They leave bell post hill. We have gone 19 minutes in this second quarter. Brought to you by Buckley's Entertainment Centre.
Well, that's the beauty of having a really good side that's playing good footy, that Lukey Parker's not as young as he used to be, right? And he's not going to dominate like he used to off half back, off forward. But when you've got a side playing good football, you can afford to have a bloke like Luke who won't touch the ball a million times, but can do things like that. And I think he kicked 4 a couple of weeks ago here. He can kick his 2s and 3s and 4s, and it's worth keeping him in the side. Do you reckon that, Smithy?
Yep. Absolutely. We got to look at your options, Grub. And as I said, he still provides that option.
Yeah, well, and it's the option. And all it is the option. You get a young kid that touches the ball as many as he do, he probably gets dropped to the 2s. But this bloke can actually win a game for you.
Yep.
There might be a contender, Grub, as well.
I missed it. I couldn't see it.
So the ball now from the middle of the ground comes out. Godwin tries to force his way through the contest outside of Carter. For mark of the day, you have to get off the ground, don't you?
No,
actually got off the ground.
No, you have to do it in front of me here, otherwise I can't see it.
Ball from the contest picked up by Reynolds. Handballs over the top, missed his target. Now with North Geelong, we've got some numbers back there. Elmer goes back to Orr goes stand to the middle of the ground. This will be the contest here at ground level. Riccardi did that nicely, kicks the ball off the ground, gets it into their half-forward line. Parker there again. Same thing, off the ground. He goes once again. I think they've been watching too much World Cup. Ball goes outside. Kerrins now goes back towards centre wing. Godwin has to mark it because there's 4-on-1 out there. 4 will win, and this time it's Fazio picks the ball up, goes wide into some space. Mark taken out there, and again, They will now deliver the ball into their half-forward line. That was Bowles, goes inside.
Good
And
mark.
again, good strong mark out there again.
Cooper
And,
Vaughan.
yep, who else? He's got some good mitts on him, and he's definitely holding on to them again today. Good option up forward, as you said. You've got to have him, and he's a marking one. He's also pretty good at ground level as well. So Cooper Vaughan has the one goal this afternoon.
Kicked another couple, Belmont. There must be a wind down there.
Well, it's not 29 and sunny.
Well, it could be, and windy. 28, by the way.
Cooper Vaughan. Kick of about 45 metres. Steps in now. Launches the ball now. Kicks that goal. I'll tell you what, it's not a bad attempt. It's either just on the line. Flacavento did nicely there. Got up and through for a minor score. North Geelong, 7 goals, 8. 3-3 to Bell Post Hill. And we have gone 21 minutes in this Elders Insurance second quarter.
They must have had a lot of faith, the North Geelong forwards, in Cooper Vaughan's kicking there, because there was only 2 against about 5. I thought he would have got the distance and not hung it out short. So now they're going to play on here. Bell Post Hill coming out the broadcast side of the ground. Alma was tackled. The ball squirts out, and then another tackle from Bowles, and we'll have a stoppage just in front of the Bell Post Hill interchange bench. Umpire, ball in hand. Davis versus Carter. Carter's been dominating the ruck. I'd like to see him do a little bit more around the ground. Bell Post Hill need it at the moment. So now on hands and knees with Seros, trying to get the ball out. Couldn't quite. Fighting for it. Might be Alma. Was. So we'll have another stoppage. After all the dominance it is, what is it, about 5 goals, the margin. So the ball comes out now. It's going to be kicked forward by Sammy Reynolds. You can get on the end of this. It was nearly Vaughan again. Ball hits the deck now. This is where they're dangerous. North Geelong with their small forwards. It's going to come out to Ricciardi. He's going to handle around the corner to Fazio, and he just didn't get the connection he needed. And it was marked in the last line of defence. So now he goes short. It's Basley. He's going to go out wide to Flacavento. Trying to go to the beach side of the ground. That kick, a big fly over the top. Couldn't quite bring it down. Opportunity now. Farrell, and it's just too easy. Finds Bertucci. He always seems to have space.
Well, I don't know how he had that space then. You just can't leave a bloke playing footy like he is on his own with no one within cooey of him. Like, what do they expect? They expect him to take that mark to Bell Post Hill back and go back the other way, but you can't afford to do that, especially the way North deliver the footy.
Especially the bloke who's got 3 goals. So Bertucci now from 40 metres out takes his full 30 seconds.
And there's Thomas. I have to call him Thomas or I'm going to get bashed up by his mum.
So from 40 metres to extend their lead, kick their 8th goal of the day. You can usually tell by his reaction.
Nah.
Didn't celebrate early. That's telling you it was off target. So 7-9 now, 51 to 3-3-21. North Geelong leading Bell Post Hill. We've gone 24 minutes in this second quarter. Brought to our Elders, and they're going to have retained possession of the ball here. They're going to go out wide, Bell Post Hill. And it wasn't a great kick, and once again cut off. So Oscar Ricciardi has the ball now. It's only his team to settle it down. He's going to go short and well cut off on that occasion. It was Vashurin. Vashurin's going to go out wide, go for the switch. Watch out, Vaughan's there. But it gets to Whitney, and then a piercing kick. He finds his teammate in Jenkins. Now back to Whitney. He's going to go in the middle of the ground. Got to take this mark, and Handley does. Handley now, they're going to go the full ground switch. He find his teammate. Oh, no, the mark was dropped. That has to be taken. Trying to gather it up. Go to Yates, and then Yates back to Whitney. Start it all. Can he finish it? Long down the line, and North Geelong rock solid down there. The big ruckman, Tommy Davis, takes the mark in defence. He's going to go short again, and just going to wait for an opportunity to present itself. So Braden Orr has the ball. Just going to chip it around as they have all day. Not take any risk. And even that play then, it just was very, very difficult for him, wasn't it, Grubbers?
It was.
Cleary's going to go wider to Jasper George. He has Reynolds on. The switch just opens up for them ever so easily. He's got Ricciardi on if he wants him, or Parker. Now it's a 3-on-1. They should win this. And Carter is going to take the mark. So Carter for Balpo still in front of us in the broadcast position. True centre wing. He's going to look at his options. He's got one in the middle of the ground. He is going to go central to Jenkins. Whitney wanted it out wide, but Jenkins is going to go further afield. And he kicks it straight to a North Geelong player.
Good hand, Sammy Reynolds. Yeah.
Tell you what, Sammy Reynolds' footy's improved 100%. He's actually improved a heap, I reckon, anyway.
So
That little run forward might have done in the world of good.
Yeah, it has.
and
50
it might be
metres.
50. It is.
Hadn't called play on.
Banjo Hickey heard it might have been a whistle, but it was to move it on. He thought it was a play it on,
Yeah,
play on whistle, and it's just a young footballer. He's gonna.
Well, I reckon you've hit it on the head because he hadn't called play on. I was watching him.
So he'll learn that in time to come. So as Reynolds goes short to Kenner. Kenner's going to go inside the forward 50 in the path of Vaughan. Yes! He's taken the mark. And it looks, every time they go forward, they're looking for him. Such a dangerous player. And even that one wasn't the best kick. But he was good enough to gather it down low and had some practice from this pocket. And they keep kicking it to the near side. So you think they'd learn here, Grub. I don't know if you can see, but probably start at the right post and hope it works its way back.
What are you asking me for?
So Cooper Vaughan. Kick North Geelong's 8th goal, and he started at left, trying to bring it back, and no. Once again to the near side. They're not learning. Margin could be a lot bigger. So 7-10, 52. They lead North Geelong. Lead Balpost Hill 3-3-21. We've gone 28 minutes in this second quarter, brought to Baldwin's Insurance.
So ball back in quickly to the back pocket. Bannister takes the mark. Uncontested there, but he's now going to play on now and go towards centre wing. Kick was good, got distance on it out the back. Yates fended off, but then couldn't finish the mark off. Ball goes outside. He's got support back inside. Jones gets the ball back outside to his brother, and he goes into the half forward line. So now Costello there. And
Free kick one way. It could have gone any way, couldn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. But the ball's gone to O'Brien, and he's going to slow things down for North Geelong. So he's going to go to back pretty well to where the ball came from. Mark not taken out there, but the numbers there with North Geelong. I tell you what, someone to pick up Riccardi like they did, that was a good chase, but it's going to be Belpost Hill that go back the other way towards Barton. Ball gets over the top. Fazio's there. Costello's also there in the contest. Comes out. Harmer's there. It ends up with, I think that was Farrell who got the handball out the back. So Belpost Hill with an opportunity, but as we say that, the siren has sounded, and at half time it'll be North Geelong 7 goals 10. Leading Belpost Hill 3 goals 3. Goal kicks this stage of the day. Bertucci with 3, 1 each to Vaughan, Parker, Riccardi and Kenner. And for Belpost Hill, 2 goals to Zane Jones, 1 to Felix. That's their 3 goals. Going to take a short break, come back, get some scores from around the grounds. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback. Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback. Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
Welcome back, and at half time here, it's North Geelong 7 goals 10, Belpost Hill 3 goals 3. Some work to be done if they're going to keep themselves alive for this current season, but we might get some scores from Derby around the grounds, Derb.
Thanks, Dale. Let's go around the grounds on 94.7 The Pulse and via the Match Vision. Werribee Centrals are leading Belmont 62-45. Haniki lead Corio 12-375 to Corio 5-10-40. Winchelsea 44, Inverleigh 26. A close one out at Victoria Park as well. Bannockburn trail East Geelong 28-25. And what a thumping at Thompson. Thompson 108 to the Giants 4-4-28.
So that's probably the only blowout now as quarter time, and things have changed since then. And obviously Belpost Hill with some work to do in the second half here, Grub.
Well, they have too. Look, you're not going to knock or blame Balpo's Hill. At the moment, North Geelong are just too good for them. And to be quite honest, I mentioned during that quarter, Balpo's Hill have got a game they play where everybody plays well and they can match anyone. And that's exactly what they have to deliver now. Otherwise, they're in big trouble.
Cam Primer with 3 goals as well, and Mason Dixon only with a
That
1.
makes it about even then.
So
Right up front.
we're back in the middle now. Carter got the ball down. Now he's going to win his own clearance and then kick the ball forward. It's a 1-on-1 between Reynolds and Barton. The ball gets tapped out wide. Now it comes to Boston Ricciardi. He did that beautifully. Now he's going to get rid of one and set it inside the defensive 50. And he finds his skipper in Tommy Swinnerson. Now is Thomas Swinnerson.
Thomas!
He's going to go back to Ricciardi. Then they're going to go down the line and find Jasper George. So Jasper George has the ball in between half-back and centre wing. He's going to just go down the line and give his ruckman a chance, although Yates gets back in the hole and takes a good mark. That's what he has to do. But Jack Yates now is the sore player coming to the boundary line for North Geelong. It's Fazio. So Yates is going to send Valpo still inside the forward 50. Jasper George weighted down. He might still win the ball. Also, there was Kelsey. He didn't quite gather it. Now, Oscar Ricciardi went forward. Carter takes a good mark. So a good start for Valpo still here. Got the wall set up well. So Brock Carter. He has Barton short if he wants him. He's going to kick a bit of a tumbler forward.
Oh, wow.
Not to the bloke you want to kick it to in Jasper George. He's going to go to Ricciardi. Ricciardi's going to try and work his man inside out and then gets rid of him. Now he's going to lower his eyes and hit a piercing kick. That's a great kick to find his teammate in the far side of the ground. Vic Cooper Vaughan, or it was Noah Penny. He's going to go down the line now to Bertucci. Bertucci, genuine one-on-one. Can he win the ball out? He can't. It was well done by the Bellpost Hill defender. Carter's involved there as well. They might win the ball back now, North Geelong. No, Bellpost Hill through the middle of the ground, Handley. And then Vashurin's there as well. If he can gather the bouncing ball, he can. Then he loses it and goes back and lays the tackle. This is a good start from Bellpost Hill. The pressure still seems to be up now.
Yep.
Gone a minute and 40 in this third quarter. 7:10:52 to 3:3:21. Up again now. Davis versus Carter. That comes out and Handley's going to be wrapped up straight away. So we'll go again here. Ball up far side of the ground, true centre wing. Carter trying to get the ball to open space. Jackson Jewell coming through. He couldn't quite take the ball now. Running through is Yates. He kicks on the head of Barton. Both him and his direct opponent in Reynolds missed it. Reynolds then cleans up. Handballs back. Balpo still do win this 50-50. They go inside the forward 50 in the path of Jones. He couldn't quite. He got some space on Jasper George. Couldn't take the mark though. And the ball is knocked out of bounds away from Cozzy. So we'll have a stoppage. 35 metres out. On the Bellpost Hill goal. 7:10:52 to 3:3:21. We've gone 2.5 minutes in this third quarter, brought to you by P&R Foods.
Only his first game for a while, didn't young Jones, but he probably should have marked that one.
Jackson Jewell coming across the middle of the ground. It looks like his shoulder, I reckon. The way he's holding it.
Yeah.
So just waiting now, are we? I'm not too sure. That player coming from the ground, just holding things up.
No, they're going to throw it in.
Now, ball thrown in now by the umpire. Forward pocket area again. Ruck contest, ball comes out. Players probably too far really away for me to get a clear picture of what's happening down there, but North Geelong clear the ball a little bit out towards the defensive 50, but the mark has been taken out there and will be paid to Dill Whitney. Now, he was in range here. So he's a good kick of the football and an opportunity here for North Geelong to get the first goal of the third quarter.
Jackson Jewell from North Geelong coming off there. Dale?
Yes.
I think it might be Bellpost Hill's opportunity. Dale?
They've got a chance here, mate, as I said, probably in the right hand.
You said it was North Geelong's, you idiot.
Did I? Sorry.
Did he say that, Archie, or am I going
I don't know. I was trying to watch Jackson
Doesn't
Jewell.
matter. The kick from there was spoiled.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah. And it is good. And Bellpost Hill will get the first goal of the third quarter. Yes, 4 goals, 3 now. 7 goals, 10 to North Geelong. And we have travelled in almost 4 minutes in the P&R Foods third quarter.
And that was Saunders, was it?
Well,
I'm glad you gave that name to me because he now goes in the book for a chance for the Connectal. Yeah, that's right. Connectal goal of the day.
To see Banjo Hickey getting a rub down as well. on his hamstrings on the interchange bench. So hopefully he's all right. Probably pulling up a bit sore after not playing too much footy recently. Be tough to run out a full senior game after not doing it for a while. Can that spark Bellpost Hill? So we are back in the middle now. Ball hits the deck, and they're going to win this clearance. It's going to go inside the forward 50. Barton's there. Ball hits the deck now. They've got Godwin if they can get it out to him. They do now. It comes over the top. Here's Yates. Can he kick the goal? It's coming back. Yes! Jack Yates kicks the instant goal, and it's what they needed. 2 in a row. Here come Bellpost Hill. 7-10. 52. North Geelong leading Bellpost Hill 5-3-33. We've gone 5 minutes in the third quarter. Brought to you by P&R Foods.
Well, it's exactly what they had to do. There was no other way out of this. They had to kick the first couple, and that's obviously, I know we call it a captain's goal because he's a captain, but it was a great goal from it. That's got to get them up and about, and they just need to kick another couple to bring them right back into contention in this game.
So it's a first 2 of the third, and then they need to continue now. Ball from Carter comes out into the hands of Elmer, though. He tried to force his way through the middle. No chance to get through there, so umpire will ask for it to come back. Ball up in the same place as we had before, right in the middle of the ground. This time Davis gets the ball down and doesn't move too far from that centre circle. Picked up out there by Jenkins. He's tackled, brought to ground, and a little bit of there's a free kick being given here. And it's going to go to North Geelong.
It's not what Bellpost Hill need to do at the moment.
Like I said, when things like that happen, it's just got to keep your nerve.
Yeah, I think they thought it might have been a sling tackle.
So Teros now takes the ball, a little bit of smart work, gets around the player on the mark, kicks into their half-forward line. Oh, Bannister and Flacavento went back. They did collide, but both players all right from that exchange. Flacavento, the last to get up off the ground. Outside he goes to Dill Whitney. Whitney now on the left boot, goes back towards centre wing. Yates goes back with a fly to the ball. At ground level, picked up by Elmer. Kicks the ball back into their half-forward line. North Geelong we're talking about. Bellpost Hill players left the ball in the air there. Picked up out there by Penny. He goes towards goal. And he's been chased down very well. Picked up Bertucci, handballs over the top. And through for a minor score to North Geelong. So North Geelong to a 7-11 now. 5-3 Bellpost Hill, and they transfer play very quickly straight up the middle of the ground. Kick a little bit too much on it. Read nicely by Charlie Farrell. He takes the mark.
That can nearly be 50.
I thought it was 50. Yeah.
That could nearly be 50. All right, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It was in contest, but gee.
So Farrell now goes back into their half-forward line, and a mark
Who's there?
has been taken out there by Vaughan.
Is it?
Yep.
Cooper Vaughan.
And he's got a chance now to go back and take one back from Bellpost Hill.
I don't remember him being this damaging with his marking last year.
I just think it's natural improvement. I thought he was good last year. This year he's great. So yeah, he wasn't like this last year, Arch. He's just improved to the point where he is now, which is fantastic.
So he's got a chance again. Distance may test, but we'll soon find out. So Cooper Vaughan takes his steps towards kicking the goal. Gives himself that little bit of extra leeway. Ball will go to the middle of the goal square. Brock Carter says, I'm just going to push it through for a minor score. A safe option. Bellpost Hill remain on 5-3. North Geelong now to 7-12. And it's going to be brought back in from by the defensive end. This time, Dill Whitney down there doing the kicking in duties. Comes out long, looking for Hickey. Ball out the back, and the mark has been taken out there. And it'll come back fairly quickly because Benny O'Brien has taken the mark. So O'Brien now just looking to where he's going to go with this ball. Jai Kenner towards the centre half forward positions the place, and also Riccardi's there. Ball gets through the contest of both, picked up by Whitney out there. Handball's outside. Player continues to run out the far side of the ground and kicks long towards centre wing. Options out there is Jones. He takes it on the bounce, now takes off or kicks around the body. Back inside Godwin, bit too much on it. Out the back to clear his hands. He's tackled, brought to ground. Umpire said no prior opportunity, so a ball up will take place. This time in Bellpost Hill attacking end.
He said no prior opportunity because there was none. Good decision.
Ball, ruck contest. Davis, Barton actually takes it out of the contest, kicks long back towards the goal square. Out the back, Costello doesn't take the mark, needs to pick the ball up, does so, feds it out the back to Jones, gets it back again, handballs inside, Barton follows up, and he kicks the goal. Hasn't had much of an influence on this game, but maybe it's time for Timmy Barton to stand up. He gets his first, the 6 now for Belpost Hill. They're 6-3. North Geelong on 7 goals, 12. And we have gone almost 10 minutes, P&R Foods third quarter.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity 2 or 3 times. And he used his body, got the mark, dropped the mark, picked the ball up, dropped the ball, and finally got off a handball to Barton on the way through. And, hey, they're giving it a real go, aren't they? They're giving it a real go at it here, Belpost Hill. They know that they have to play better than this to play finals, and that's exactly what they've started to do.
Well, North Geelong had an opportunity, probably 2 or 3 opportunities there to kick that goal back and steal the momentum, but they
do it.
didn't.
Yeah.
And now the momentum still goes with Belpost Hill.
Top score there, mate.
Back to 5 points. Belmont closing in on Werribee 62-57.
So ball is back in the middle now. It came out to Hickey, and then Yates wins the ball out of the middle opportunity, although it was cut off by Charlie Farrell. He's going to go down the line, true centre wing, trying to find Riccardi. He couldn't take it. Oh, Hickey does really well. And now he's got to find a target. He does in Godwin. He keeps running further afield. Godwin has Costello in the pocket. He's going to go in that direction. Just off hands. Couldn't quite take the mark. Kelsey still there. Jones is there, and so's Bryans, and we'll have a ball in. No more than 15 metres out from the Belpost Hill goal. The next goal is probably the most important one of the game so far. So umpire has ball in hand. Watch for Felix Jones and Banjo Hickey around this contest. Ball's back in. Barton in the ruck. Taps it down. Now comes to Felix Jones. Couldn't quite get a kick away. He did, but it was smothered. Now a good tackle. Ball still in congestion. Neither team can get it out. Umpire letting them go. Maybe could have been a sling tackle there, but the umpire officiated it well.
Because he slung him on his side or his shoulder, not his head. That's what they normally aim for, Arch.
So up again now, 40 metres out from the goals. Yates gets tackled and then run away with it. Although Godwin has it 50 metres out. He's going to wheel around, try and find a target. Here's an opportunity for Hanley. Had an option in the pocket. He snapped back as he kicked a goal. No, just a minor score. They're the half chances that they have to take. 7-12, 54 to 6-4, 40 is a 14-point margin at Keith Barklow Oval. We've gone 11 and a half minutes in this third quarter. Brought to you by P&R Foods.
I think sling tackle's the wrong word for it. I think if you hear the AFL umpires, they call it dangerous tackle. And that's a big difference.
George kicks in for full back, finds Cleary in the back pocket by himself. We go further around the boundary line if he wants to. Sammy Reynolds was there, but they sides now just to hold up things a little bit longer. The side now goes long. Outside 50, Davis is a target out the back. Ball gets there, and Flacavento read that nicely. He now decides to play on, and he's going to go back to where the ball came from. In front, Costello, ball. Out the back it goes once again. Costello dives on it, tried to keep the ball alive. North Geelong. Oh, I'm not too sure who that player was, but it's Sammy Reynolds. Couldn't get away from the boundary line. And a free kick has been given. Nick Costello thought he'd take advantage, but the umpire said no. Got to come back and kick over the mark.
Aussie's first real look today as well.
Ball's hit the hands a couple of times, but just hasn't been able to grasp them today. Maybe this could change his fortunes.
What a very good season as well, right at the top of the Wayne Cyclone Medal leaderboard.
So Nick Costello.
Well, let's just say up near the top. I don't know about right at the top. Arch, come on, mate.
Gives himself a little bit of ground, kicks around the body, but it won't bring that back anywhere near like it needed to be. I reckon that's through for a minor score. It will be. And that will make Belpost Hill now 6 goals, 5. They trail North Geelong 7 goals, 12. 30 minutes gone. P&R Foods third quarter.
Scores are level at Bannockburn. Both teams on 32.
So George has the ball now. They've struggled to get out of defensive 50 last 5 minutes or so. So they haven't all day. It shows the pressure is lifted from Belpost. They're going to go out wide to a genuine one-on-one, and Cozzy wins it. So he's pushed pretty far back there. He needs himself to be on the end of this kick, although he goes in the path of Barton. He takes the mark. Beautiful kick from Nick Costello into the leading lane of Tim Barton. Usually be the other way around, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And Tim Barton is going to have an opportunity from 40 metres out. Side angle. There's still some leads going on, so maybe his teammates aren't too confident in the distance. A huge kick. Bring it back to a 7-point margin. Goes back, and it started left and stayed that way for the whole journey. So 7-12, 54, 6-6, 42, and they were very accurate for this quarter. Now they're wasting some opportunities. We've gone 15 minutes in the third quarter, brought to you by P&R Foods.
So Jasper George again doing the kicking in duties. He's not decided which side he's going to come, but has a lead out there from McCarty. Put him under a bit of a pressure, but the ball gets into the hands of Alma now. Kicks back towards centre wing. Mark out there. Oh, Flacavento.
Just got cleaned up by his own teammate, Quinny.
Sammy Quinn thought he might just knock the ball, but the wrong ball.
Well, Timmy Barton cleaned up Yates he had here before. There's a few things going on here up the hill.
So Flacavento now kicks long into their forward line. Barton out in front. Mark not taken out there. Ball comes to ground. At ground level, Laws over the top of it. And Jones also there. Umpire will ask for it back. Sammy Reynolds hit the ground pretty hard there. He's up and going again. Ruck contest, Carter front position. He actually took the ball out of the contest this time. Tackled both players in front of him, picked up by Barton. He tries to force his way through. Umpire said he has got rid of the ball incorrectly, and a free kick will go to North Geelong. So maybe North Geelong now need to play a bit of possession football, but they're not going to waste any time here. Handball goes outside to Swennerson. Swennerson in the middle of the ground. Vaughan right up the ground, takes the ball right in the middle of the ground. Swennerson on the overlaps, going to get the ball back again. That's nicely done. His kick goes long into their forward line. Kenner's going to be the target. He's the only one there, so he needs to mark it. Bellpost still with the numbers. Basely turns the ball around, goes inside. Ball goes back to Basely to 1-2 and finds Yates in the centre square. He's got a running player outside, and it's Jones. He's got him, and he can go back. He's inside 50. Options coming up. Good kick, good use. And Costello presents and takes the mark and can go back and have another opportunity. His first goal of the afternoon. Another player that doesn't need too many opportunities to get himself on the scoreboard. And for Bellpost Hill's sake, this might be an important kick for him.
Well, no mind about it, Smithy. It most definitely is. Doesn't bring him right back into calculations.
So Bellpost Hill done all the attacking in this quarter. So Costello in now, kicks that goal, and he's off range again and through for another minor score. So Bellpost Hill now to 6 goals, 7-7-12 North Geelong. P&R Foods third quarter, 17 minutes gone.
Charlie Farrell's going to go very quickly. Got pushed as he kicked it straight to Basely. Now Basely misses with a handball to Costello. It was unfortunate because he would have been running into an open goal. Unfortunately, the handball was missed. We'll have a stoppage 45 metres out, but it seems to be going Bellpost Hill's way at the moment. A little bit of panic there shown by Charlie Farrell. The ball comes back in now. In the ruck, might have been Yates for the time being, and then kicked forward from Swennerson, but it ends up with Carter. He's just going to kick a long dump ball. Can Cozzy fly? He can. It comes off his hands, though, and they're probably happy to rush it. They're going to rush it through for a minor score. So now,
where's Tom Davis?
54, 6-8, 44. 10 points the margin. Short kick now. They're going to go out wide. North Geelong. They just got to hold it up a little bit here. They seem to be rushing a little bit with their disposal. Sometimes better just to absorb the pressure. So they're going to go back now. Jasper George usually makes the right decision. They've got to switch out the other side here, the beach side of the ground. They're going to find Charlie Farrell. He's going to go back and get it. Saunders is on his hammer. He takes a good tackle. How's the umpire going to see this? My contact. It was nearly very well done by Jed Saunders. I thought he was going to win the free kick. Just got him too high. So maybe a little bit fortunate there for Charlie Farrell. Just seemed to be panicking a little bit. North Geelong. They go down the line. Basely's tracking back. Can't quite take the mark. Hickey's there as well. He couldn't gather the ball. Now Boston Ricciardi. He'll show some poise. Kicks an up and under kick. Bit of a pitching wedge in the path of Kenner. The ball might be punched over the boundary line. It is. Still have a stoppage. True centre wing. Far side of the ground.
I might be getting old, but when the ball goes down into the Bellpost Hill forward line and Big Carter's standing there on his own at centre half forward, Tom Davis must get back on him.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Carter is just doing what he wants when the ball goes
and
inside.
the same at the other end.
Yeah.
Carter's got to get on Davis then.
Also, one interesting matchup is Bertucci on Barton. Look out for that as the ball comes back in. They got it down to Whitney. He's going to go inside the forward 50, but it was well cut off by that man, Jasper George. He's going to kick out wide to Beecroft. Beecroft chip kick over the top. Now this man bowls, has all sorts of space. More space than the first astronaut. As he runs down. Oh no, he loses the ball now. He's got 3 Balpo still players coming at him. They lose the ball again. They're crumbling under the pressure here. Yates went the body and not the ball. Handball in, massive contest in the context of this game. Comes through to Whitney to Facely. Can the experience get it done? Chip kick down the line. Opportunity for Hanley. Can he take the mark? He can. He's got Cozzy running back to goal. He's also got Saunders there. He's going to go to neither. Now he's going to go in the path of Cozzy. He's got 3 to beat. Costello hits the ground now. Barton there. Also Whitney. No, it's Harbour. Did he kick the goalie out? Outside of the boot check side. But he's put Valpo still right back in this. 7-12-54 and a 7-7-49. It's less than a kick. We have gone 20 minutes in the third quarter. Scoreboard brought to you by P&R Foods.
Well, I tell you what, at first it wasn't a good kick from David Hanley because Cozzy had 3 blokes, but Cozzy realised that they were all flying, so he had to get it to ground, which he did, and then that let Sammy Harmer in to be another contender for the Connectel. That's right, Connectel, goal of the day. I don't think, has Costello kicked any?
No.
I reckon he's had a hand in 3. So if you can't kick him, make sure that somebody else around you does.
7-8. I've got the score at. So it'll be 4-point margin, I reckon. Have a look at that. So ball back in the middle of the ground. Carter up over the top. Ball comes out. Davis actually took possession of it. Got the handball outside, but it's Carter who wins possession back again. The ball goes inside now. And it's Theros that gets the ball, goes outside to Riccardi. Will he go on with it? He's going to steady now. He's going to go. Goes long into the pocket, low and flat. That's a great kick,
there?
and that's a great mark. Who would you think? Cooper Vaughan. So he had a shot from here not too long ago, similar position.
Well, you know what, Smithy? He had a shot from here not too long ago, and at that stage probably didn't matter too much. I tell you what, it matters now.
Yep. So he's got an opportunity. As he said, he knows what he needs to do.
Well, the last time he ran too close to the man on the mark and he lifted it. He's gone back a fair way this time, so maybe he has learned.
So Cooper Vaughan just to take things out again. Comes in now. Important shot at goal for North Geelong. Runs out that little bit at the last minute, kicks towards goal, brought it up a little bit narrow, through for a minor score. So he's kicked well last week. He's got 1-4 this afternoon. Now North Geelong to 7-13. Bell Post still on 7 goals, 8. And 22 minutes have gone in this P&R Foods third quarter.
Well, 4-1 will get you the Hotham Hotel Wagyu steak, but 1-4 won't.
7 goals won't get you it.
Oh, Archie.
So ball now kicked out long there from Whitney. Nice kick. Mark has been taken out there by Hogan. Just outside there, the 50. Now it sells a little bit of candy on the left boot. Chips the ball back towards Godwin. Comes up at the ball, takes the mark. He switches and goes back inside. Kick over the top of Whitney's got support out the back. Bashurin goes back to Whitney on the left boot. Got the handball back to Godwin. They put themselves under a bit of pressure. Shrugs a tackle, gets through the contest. Kicks across the ground to Jones. Too much on it. Ball now at ground level. Bowles runs onto it. Steps to 50. Kicks long out the back. Kenner. And he takes the mark and can now definitely go back and steady things up for North Geelong.
And that's what's wrong with today's modern football. Everybody wants to get up the ground and be a part of it. But as soon as that ball left the boot, was it Quinny down there? He had no chance of getting back because this fella, Henner, is it?
Yep, Joy Kenner.
Stayed where he should have stayed and gave the defence no chance. If you turn the ball over, this is what happens.
Ball comes back very quickly at you, and Joy Kenner has one this afternoon from about 25 out directly in front. He now has 2. And that gives North Geelong that breathing space. They're now 8 goals, 13. Belpo still on 7 goals, 8. 23 and a half minutes gone. P&R Foods third quarter.
We've got some entertaining scores. Werribee Central leading 8 points, 11-11, 77 to 10-4, 64. Aniki, they lead Corio 92-59. Winchelsea over Inverleigh 57 plays 39. And Bannockburn leading East Geelong 46 to 32. And, of course, Thompson 128 to 38 over the Giants.
Wow.
Giants have closed the margin.
Yeah, well, for all those blokes that said that 5 was set, if Valpo still can come back and win this, if Bannockburn can win, I tell you what, it ain't set. It ain't actually set yet.
So ball up now. Carter got the ball down. Straight away tackled in the middle of the ground was Alma. We'll go again. Center of the ground. Only 5 or so minutes left in this third quarter as Hickey's going to win the ball away. He's going to send Balpo still inside the forward 50. The kick wasn't to the favour side of Costello as it runs past Jack Yates, who's having some time up forward, and we'll have a ball in 40 metres out.
He's such an exciting player, Hickey, but geez, that was a disappointing kick. And there's the artist of the week. The artist of the week. Where's the show it to the cameraman, Trout? Where's the cameraman? Show it to him out there. Where's the cameraman? Just there. Show it to the cameraman.
Back in now. Hits the deck. Ball kicked into the path of Jones. He couldn't quite take the mark. Still an opportunity. Swenison letting a hand in defence. He kicks long now down the line for Shuren and Vaughan are there. And then also jumping on top with Carter. Couldn't quite now. Opportunity for, might be Canna down there. It is on the far side of the ground, the beach side of the ground.
Scary.
And we'll have a stoppage. No more. Well, it's about centre wing. About 10 metres off the fence. Ball comes back in now. We might have another stoppage. We will. So good defensive pressure by both teams. 8-13-61. 7-8-50. It's 11 points the margin now. 25 minutes gone. Ball's back in now. Opportunity coming through. Couldn't quite cover the ball. Was bell post Hill. Needs someone to be clean. And that was pretty well done by Seros. Found some space where there was none. Now down the line. Big kick was the mark paid. Umpire says play on. It comes out the back to Martin. He hasn't seen too much of it today.
That one has to be high.
And there's going to be a free kick.
Good decision. I think we're getting a pretty good job out the umps again today. We've been pretty lucky this last month.
They picked the best umpires for the match of the round. The ball comes back now to Hanley. He's lending a hand in defence for Valpost Hill at the moment. It's going to go short. I'm going to find this switch. There's the kick to Quinn. Sam Quinn now has the ball. Had basically leading up on him. He's not going to go in that direction. He's going to go to Hickey. Hickey's got to take the mark, and he does at the highest point. The kick wasn't the best. Now it's a risky kick back inboard. He could turn the ball over to Alma. Now down on his knees was Jenkins trying to turn the ball, and then a good tackle. Hickey just runs through the pack.
What's he playing?
And then it's like a Tim Watson hurdle, but he's going to bring the ball back. Oh no. Hickey was away for the races. Anyway, ball back up now. Alma's down, and then Swenison handles the ball over the top. They're going to go through Seros. Coming off his man was Bannister. He kept the ball in front of him to Whitney. Whitney now gets rid of Penny and then kicks down the line. It's an opportunity for Hickey again. Ball ends up over the back. Jasper George, he may have sprayed that. Basely or Jenkins, neither of them went for it. They're all going at the player at the moment, not the ball. And then Whitney wins the ball. But the umpire blows his whistle. So have a stoppage directly in front of us. Exciting football here at the Keith Barclay Oval.
Well done, Brock Carter. Just separate and play the football.
Ball is up now. True centre wing. Next goal is massive. Only a couple of minutes to go in this third quarter. Coming down now. It's a good tackle, and we'll have another stoppage. The pressure has lifted here. Interchange benches being very vocal right now. Carter gets the ball down. That was nearly a throw. Handley now kicks the ball down the line. Barton is there, and then also running after it is Godwin. They got to defend gallantly here. Sam Reynolds could have got a free kick for high, and he has. So he put his head over the ball and won it there, Sammy Reynolds. He might just, Ricciardi's telling him to go long down the line and stay composed. Just hold it up. That's what he's going to do. And the path of his ruckman in Tommy Davis. Carter's got to spoil this ball, and he does. It goes over the back, and we'll have a stoppage just in front of us in the broadcast position. 8-13-61. North Geelong leading Belpost Hill, 7-8-50. We have gone 28.5 minutes in this third quarter, brought to you by P&R Foods.
Ball thrown back in now at centre wing. Out the back, Davis this time brings ball to ground, going afterwards Vaughan, but Vashurin takes it away from him now in the hands of Jenkins. Short kick up to their forward line. Gets through the contest. O'Brien was there, left it behind, comes out now. Palmer looks at goal, goes long. Charlie Farrell again, reading that ball very nicely. Takes the mark right on the top of the goal square.
I reckon that was knocked out of Charlie Farrell's hands by his teammate.
So Farrell now decides to come back to this side of the ground. Carter's out there, up in front. Mark not taking the game. Ball comes to ground. Davis keeps the ball alive. Out to Harmer once again. Kicks into their forward line. Going back. Ball not gets through the contest. Bryans was there. It's in their hands now of Reynolds. Got the handball outside to his mate entirely. Farrell as a siren sounds. That will end a very good third quarter, which sees Belpo still close the gap, but it's North Geelong. They are 8-13. Belpo still 7 goals, 8. And the quarter went just on 29 minutes. So goal kicks at this stage of the game. Bertucci has got 3. Joy Kenner with 2. 1 each to Vaughan, Parker and Oscar Riccardi. And for Belpost Hill, 2 to Zane Jones, 1 to Felix Jones, Yates, Barton, Harmer and Saunders, all with goals. Take a short break. Final quarter action is not too far away. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
North Geelong managed only 1 goal, 3. So we'll get some scores from around the ground. As I said, some interesting scores coming in to that 3-quarter time.
Indeed, yeah. Up the highway at Werribee Centrals, they lead Belmont 1177 to 11470. Aniki with a pretty good lead over Corio 14993 to 81159. Winchelsea over Inverleigh 57 plays 39. Bannockburn, a close one at Bannockburn. Victoria Park 47 plays 38. And Thompson with a thumping lead 134 to 39. And just updating an AFL match as well. And Hawthorn leading over North Melbourne for our AFL supporters, 87 to 75 over the Kangaroos.
And Sydney have beaten St Kilda by the looks of things.
And it was looked like, I think St Kilda was leading all game as well. So that's
Were they?
Yeah, all game.
That
There was at 25 points at one stage.
Must have been a big finish from the Sydney Swans because they looked like they got over the top there. So some interesting scores there, and also a couple around the GFL. I can tell you that Newtown were 25 points down on Grovedale. The Mighty Dragons are currently leading Leopold, which will help their cause to stay in that top 5. So, or head toward that top 5. So it's an interesting state of affairs.
And I think we've done pretty well choosing this as match of the round. as well, Dale, because this is a cracking matchup out here. And well, the ebbs and flows of the game, you just can't pick who might come on top here. If Belpo still play like they did for the majority of that quarter, you can see him overrunning North Geelong, can't you?
Momentum in football is pretty strong.
Yeah.
As I said, they definitely got the momentum at the present time, and North Geelong will need to stem that early in this last quarter and put themselves on the scoreboard. If they kick the first, then that could change it pretty well straight away. But they were good in that quarter. They got some movement through the middle of the ground that they haven't had. And as I said, key players up forward finally getting themselves involved in the game. Don't know whether they've actually. Well, they haven't had much of an involvement, but again, it's the delivery of the ball that's coming in that mostly helps things out there. So
I think it's the older players, Smithy, that quarter. I just think Barton, Costello, Whitney, they all sort of banded together. I think they got them back in the game along with young Hickey. So it's a bit of a case of the old and the young. Can they keep doing it? Well, they have to. I think they realised at half time that their season could be over the way they were playing. They had to lift, and by crikey's, they lifted 11 points. It's not beyond them, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either, Grub, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they go here. As I said, a positive start like before, and who knows what could happen. So it's going to be an interesting first 5 minutes in this last quarter. We'll see what evolves here, and we'll hope that we can see this game go right down to the wire.
Who's your
Players.
tip from now, Dale?
I'm probably still happy to say Belpo still a chance with their momentum they had got up, but again, North Geelong, I'm just expecting them to explode here. So
I'm going to stick to mine.
It'll be very close, or I think North Geelong will barrel away. So
I'm going to go
about
against
you, Arch?
I'm going to go against you. I reckon the experience of Valpo still are going to run over the top.
Oh, you're guilty.
we're about to start final quarter action here this afternoon.
And I tell you what, I can see a lot better from here.
So Ruckman go at it in the middle of the ground. Davis this time gets the ball down. Swinnerson through the middle, able to get the ball going North Geelong's way. Went after it once, twice, left it behind the third time, but they've got it to their half-forward line. Kenner puts the ball out. Umpire had blown the whistle as it was just coming out to Corey Elmer. He was about to disappear, but the ball has been asked to go back to the umpire ruck contest. Again, ball comes out there. Now it heads back towards the middle of the ground, and it's going to be kept alive. Handley was taken by the leg, so a free kick will go to Handley back into the cricket square. So he can get things rolling for Belpo till he looks up and goes towards centre half forward. Yates is there. Ball gets through the contest. George was there. Got through that fair. And now Orr's over the top of the contest, picked up by Elmer. Needs to get rid of it. How will the umpires see it? He says he let it go. And free kick will go to Jones. And he is about 45 metres out from goal when he kicks at it.
You see how much it means to them. Look at them all get around Zane Jones here. He's got 2 already. Is that right, Dale?
He got 2. Yep. Any breeze out there, Grub?
Beautiful out here, mate. Don't worry about the breeze. The breeze is not going to play a part in this game. It's going to be who plays the better last quarter.
Righto. Well, here we are with Belpo still a chance to close things up once again. So Jones has gone back a long way here. Elmer stands at about 40 metres out. So a kick of about 45 metres will be required here. He comes in, kicks now. Got very, very close to the mount of the mark. He likes it as soon as he left his boot. And he has got his third of the afternoon. The 8th now for Belpo still. They're 8-8. They trail North Geelong on 8 goals, 13. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard. We have gone a minute and a half.
Hey, what, you called it perfectly, Smithy. He ran close to the man on the mark. He had to lift it over, and he still had the momentum to carry it through the goals. And I tell you what, North Geelong do have to improve now because Belpo still are throwing everything at them.
Handley getting himself involved in the game.
It's just what we want. I said on the break what a great decision it was, Grubby, to come here. He made the right decision in the end.
So Ruckman about to start it again here in the ball with the umpire in the middle of the ground. This time Davis gets the ball out, flips it out the back, running onto it. It's going to be Hickey, got the staggers up, but left the ball behind. Now the ball back at centre half forward, kicked off the ground by Handley. That was nicely done. Tried to get the handball, went past the contest. Elmer had it, lost it, was taken high. Umpire said free kick. This time will go to North Geelong and Corey Elmer. So he can slow things down for North Geelong. Bertucci leads up. led that from a long way back, but he won't finish the mark off there. Umpire said his arm has been chopped, and a free kick will go to Bertucci. So he's right on the back end of the centre square. Charlie Kenner also a long way up from goal. Bertucci's going to go far side of the ground in front, Blackavento. He was up, but the mark has been paid.
I tell you what,
That's took it out of his hand then. And
that's not a mark, is it?
well, I didn't think so. I thought the man in front had a fair grab at it.
I thought the umpire paid it the
Yeah,
other
he
way.
did, and then they've just stuffed up again. The next play as well, they put their arm out the wrong way.
That's the man in front every single time.
Here's the replay, yeah.
So the ball is now in the hands of Luke
Jeez.
Parker, and that could be a very costly for Belpo still there. But as I said, Blackavento definitely in front. Definitely looked like he had possession of it.
Tyler, can you look at that for us?
We're
Yeah,
going to do that.
I've looked at
Parker
it now.
now looks at goal, and he likes it off the boot.
It's a goal.
Umpire says it is a goal. Luke Parker now has his second of the afternoon and takes the margin back out once more. 9-13 now, North Geelong. 8-8 to the Belpo Still side. Almost 4 minutes gone. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard.
Aniki are leading Corio 21 points, and Werribee Central leading by 8 points, 78-70. And the Bannockburn game, 53 plays 38 over East Geelong.
Do we have a verdict on that, Mark?
Yeah, he was 100% man in front. It was
Man in front.
The umpire also put his arm out the right way, and then for some reason paid advantage.
Yeah, but we can't pay advantage on a mark anyway.
Crazy. Anyway, ball is back now in the middle. Good, well run out by Carter on that occasion, and then was there a holding free
Should have
kick?
been.
Well, the umpires let it go. So Yates got it out to Hanley. Hanley inside the 450. It's all North Geelong here.
Free kicked it.
There is.
Free kicked it.
Where's the free kick going to go to? Zane Jones is holding his head. Is it going to go to him? He doesn't, maybe not with the injury. He may have been the closest player, though.
Had a clash of the heads with Charlie Farrell, I reckon.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, get up because of the way he kicked that last goal, he's the bloke you want with the footy.
Time is off, so just wait and see if he's okay to take the ball. And they will.
His brother says, here.
Billy Jones has gone over to his brother and said, "You'll be right, mate.
Toughen up, son.
Go back and kick this goal."
Didn't even hand it to me from the ground.
So I said, mate, tell him to toughen up.
So now Zane Jones, he's got 3 already today.
He's gone back further this time, Grub.
He has.
Well, he realised he might have went a bit too. Surely he can't run this. Otherwise, he'll win the 800-metre final at Glasgow.
He's kicked 18 goals this year in 14 games. It's his biggest kick this year, you'd think. He can get it done. He comes close to the man in the mark again. It's up high. Is it there? It is! Zane Jones has done it! He's kept them within a kick. The Panthers respond 9-13-67 to 9-8-62. It's a 5-point margin, and we have gone 6 minutes in this last quarter, brought to you by Morris Finance.
Well, as I picked it, boys, even when he was laying on the ground, he had the last shot, kicked the last beautiful goal. He was the one that had to kick it. He did kick it. I would just like to hope that undisciplined footy wouldn't cost the game, because you can't knock blokes down after they kick the ball. That's undisciplined.
So back with the umpire once again. Carter's done all the work in there this afternoon, and he's continued, say, with Davis. Ball this time in the hands of Elmer. Again, ball kicks down. Could have been the same thing.
It could have been.
Yep, but the mark's been taken out there by that man, Cooper Bourne. Once again, chips and goes into the forward line. Good use, good lead. And Luke Parker comes out and takes the mark. Well within range too, mind you. Lukey Parker can go back and get his third goal of the afternoon and take that margin back to where it was at three-quarter time.
Well, we said early on in the game he could kick a few goals for you, but I don't reckon he kicked too many more important ones than this at this stage.
So Luke Parker steps in and will kick from right on 50. Loads up, goes long. Umpire just sat there and said that straight over my head.
Is that beautiful?
He answers very, very quickly. 10-13 now to the North Geelong side. 9-8, Belpost Hill. And Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard. It's gone 7 minutes.
I don't think there's much better things in football to watch Luke Parker kick a football like that. That was absolutely beautiful. It never moved. The umpire never moved. And that's the Luke Parker of old, if you ask me.
Just 10 points in it. Winchelsea leading over in the lead, 63 to 53.
See, they're having a go too. All these sides trying to make that fire. They're all throwing everything at their opponents, boys.
So back in the middle now. Carter gets the ball over the top. It was smartly tapped forward. It might have been from Boston Ricciardi, and then straight away the tackle laid from Corey Elmer. And they'll have a stoppage just on their half forward line. Ball comes out as well, rode by Yates. He's going to kick to a genuine one-on-one between Barton and O'Brien. He brings the ball to ground. Was he being held? He was.
Well, gee.
And the free kick's going to go to Timmy Barton. It might have been the two-card trick there. He hasn't given it back yet. It's going to be quick. It was nearly 50 metres. He's got Saunders short if he wants to use him. Carter in the middle of the ground. He's going to go longer. Where's Cozzy? It's a mongrel punt going forward. And Cozzy's just running through his opposition. It's going to be a free kick.
It's got to be a free kick.
Is it 50? No.
No.
Yates missed anyway, but it wasn't a great kick inside the forward 50. And it was it Farrell just got run through by Costello. That's all it was, though, a free kick. So Farrell has the ball in the last line of defence for North Geelong. He's going to go to the ruckman in Davis and Carter. It's a smart tap from Carter. Now he's going to burn off Davis. Can he gather the ball? He can. He handballs out wide. Opportunity to Jones, the man with a hot hand. He gives to Bashir, and he's given it a throw. Zane Jones cannot believe it.
I'm struggling to believe it myself.
Ricciardi's got the ball now. He goes out wide. Saunders going back. He couldn't quite affect Sammy Reynolds. He was brought down as he kicked it now down the line. Can he gather the ball? He tries to, and then it gets parried over the boundary line. So we'll have a stoppage. True centre wing, far side of the ground. And Zane Jones will feel like he was hard done by in that situation. Bashurin was 50 metres out. He had options everywhere. It was nearly a certain goal. For Belpost Hill, as the ball comes back in, Barton just gets rid of Tommy Davis and kicks the ball forward. It was dropped by Orr, it looks like, in the far side, and then taken to ground. How is that a high tackle?
I don't think he's going to high tackle him.
So now it's going to be Brock Carter. The handball's up, but it's going to have to come back. Or luckily as well, because the kick missed Zane Jones. He was all on his own, but it's going to come all the way back. So they're going to have time to get players behind the ball here, North Geelong. Brock Carter has the ball. He's 60 metres out. There's 11 points in it. He's going to go back. He's going to give up some space. I went to Sam Quinn and then a chip kick to half forward. It wasn't good. The ball maybe turned over. Now an opportunity. Can he gather the ball? Oh, it's going to go the way of Belpost Hill. They're going to take their time and find the right decision here. Costello let out. He wasn't given the ball. So is Harmer. Now they're going to go inside the forward 50. Costello's out. Can he take the mark? He can't. Umpire says no free kick. Play on. They're going in hard at the moment. The ball gets parried over the boundary line in between centre wing and half forward for Belpost Hill. The scores are 10-13-73 to 9-8-62. We've gone 11 minutes in this last quarter. Brought to you by Morris Finance.
I thought he took him from the front. I thought it could have been to Cozzy.
Ball thrown back in. This time Barton doing the ruck work. Ball now. Davis picks it up. He can't clear the pack. Picked up. Yates handballs out the back. Went to his mate in Jenkins, but he can't force his way through either. So umpire's going to now ask for the ball back once again. So everything's heating up out there at the moment. Players now goes to Handley. Handley gets the handball away.
Could be high.
I think so. Rubber. That's a fair call. And Jenkins will now go back from just on the 50. Got a player outside, goes in that direction now, and the mark will be taken.
Dropped it.
Bryans it was it? And
Pressure
unusual.
gets everyone
Tommy
in these
Bryans.
moments.
So
Jeez,
again,
the pressure's on here now, isn't it?
yeah,
Hey,
I think everyone knows what's at stake right here and now.
Good football.
that's what we see, Dub. That's what we come here for.
So ruck contest once again. Barton front position, taps it down, goes to Godwin. Had it, lost it, went after it again, waiting for the ball to come back to him. Now he can't pick the ball up. Goes towards centre forward, handballs out the back, basically outside. Goes towards Joe, has time to steady. Back on the right boot, kicks back towards goal. Mark required there, 2-on-1. Swenison works from behind, punches the ball over the boundary line, but Belpost Hill, another opportunity deep in their forward line.
Massive ramifications coming up in the next 15 minutes for the season.
Everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Everywhere. What a great competition we have got.
So the ball just about to be thrown back in, as I said. Only 10 metres around from the behind post. Carter, ruck contest, taps it straight into the hands of his teammate and Jenkins. Picked up outside, went to Jones. He couldn't take it cleanly. Neither player wants to get the ball out, or neither side wants to get the ball out of that space, but it's been held up pretty nicely.
Don't ask me to give votes today.
It's tough, isn't it?
Oh,
Again, contest, ruck. Davis this time taps the ball down. Ball comes out the back to Jones. Goes past it though. Picked up by Orr. Runs outside 50. Kicks out towards centre wing. Belpo still with the numbers like that. So it's a pretty clever mark out there. Running back with the fly of the ball. Was it Dill Whitney? No, it's not. It's Caleb Baseley.
Not
So
my right
Baseley
foot, it's
now,
not.
no, it goes long into their forward line. Charlie Farrell dives, takes a good relieving mark once again. So he's got the ball now. Chips the ball inside. Riccardi. Just outside 50. Plays on. Usually a good use of the ball. Sees Kenner out the back. He's up. Ball gets through the contest. Parker's also there, tapped up. Two of the numbers are with North Geelong. They'll be happy to see the ball over the boundary line, and that is exactly what's going to happen. And they'll be able to put some numbers back now. So ball's on the far side of the ground. Attacking side of centre wing for North Geelong. Carter and Davis down there to do the ruck work. A little bit of a spell sitting up forward before Carter, but the ball now from that contest comes out. Outside runners picked up. They look back inside, but it's been turned over. Swennerson picks the ball up. Nice kick. We'll find Kenner, and he is going to put the ball deep into their attack now. Mark required out there, but it's Flacavento standing tall, and he takes the mark. Plays on up straight up the ground. Finds his captain in Yates. So he now decides to play on. Goes into the middle of the ground. That was a dangerous kick. Jenkins has made it good. Allowed to take it, and that was okay. Comes outside now.
Oh.
Kick was going to one player, went to another, but Quinn was there to add support into Kerins. Kerins now into their half forward line. Jones in front, George behind, able to bring ball to ground, and it will go over the boundary line, and a throw-in will take place.
Smithy, you said it was a dangerous kick, and it was. At 11 points down, I think you've got to take those risks if you want to win the game.
So, umpire's ball in hand now. We're about 55 metres from the Belpost Hill goal. Pressure is on everyone here. Big fist forward from Timmy Barton. Ball in the path of Zane Jones. He's got 4 goals. Can he kick it? Missed it.
Hit the post. Missed it.
He's hit the post.
Oh.
Unbelievable goal. In the context of this game and in general.
Well, that wouldn't have been a contender for the Connectel. That would have been it.
10-13, 73 to 9-9, 63. It's 10 points in it. We've gone 15 and a half minutes in this last quarter.
There's plenty of time.
For Belpost Hill, the season is on the line. It's like an elimination final right now. It's a bit of a mongrel punt outside. Rupert Vaughan's going to put his head over the ball, and of course he does. He kicks a spiral punt into the middle of the ground. Kenner's got a weight under it. He couldn't quite. Ball ends up. Oh, Whitney dropped it. You don't say that too often. Ball comes forward. An opportunity for Ricciardi. He's going to turn to Parker. He's kicked 2 in this last quarter. He could be the difference. He's going to go back from 40 directly in front. And if you're a betting man, you'd say the odds are with him.
The other thing too is, Arch, he just puts the ball on the ground. He's played enough footy to know that when you're 10 points in front with a chance to go 16, take your 30 seconds.
Definitely. Give your midfielders a chance to have a break. So he's going to go back now. He's got 2 in this last quarter. Experience. Oh, he's missed it. I'll put the Moz on him. 10-14, 74 to 9-9, 63. Every player is crumbling under this pressure. 17 minutes gone in the last quarter. Morris Finance.
Well, it keeps them in it because I think a goal there, and I just don't think Belpost still could have got back, but they still can.
So Whitney has the ball in the last line of defence.
I don't reckon they could have kicked 3, but by crikey, I reckon they can kick 2 if they're good enough.
So they've been able to exit defensive 50 a lot easier. They're going to go straight down the middle of the ground. It's a beautiful kick. Whitney finds Yates. Usually trouble when you call those names. Now down to Jones. Over the top to Baseley. Can he let the ball sit? He gets rid of 1. He's going to handball to Flacavento. What's he doing down there? Is he going to gather it? Goes back to try and gather the ball. He sits on top of it. What's the umpire going to say? He's going to say no prior opportunity. It was nearly the quickest transition from fullback to full forward you would have seen.
Yeah, but they blew their
They
opportunity.
did. Got to stay composed here. Davis and Carter. Carter took Davis out the ball. Has the umpire seen it? He has. So there should be a free kick to Tommy Davis. It is. He's in back 50 now. He's probably going to go long down the line. Not try and be too inventive in this last quarter. Now, Kenner's under it, although standing in front. Looks like Baseley is going to go short. It's a dangerous kick and Vaughan over the top. Takes a good mark. He's going to look out wide. He'll take the game on Cooper Vaughan. He sees Kenner. The ball gets over the top. It was a good hand in there from Yates. It's going to go out of bounds. Also coming back the other way and seeing the ball over the boundary line. Might have been Baseley. So 10-13, 73, North Geelong. They play Belpost till 9-9-63. It's a 10-point margin. We have gone 18 and a half minutes in this last quarter, brought to you by Morris Finance.
So ball be thrown on far side of the ground, right on centre wing. Davis stood his ground, taps the ball back to the boundary line. Carter cleaned up though. Goes now to outside. Back into the hand of Whitney on the left boot. Back towards their half-forward line.
Who's that? Jasper George, you beauty.
Got a good pair of hands out there. Read that nicely. Takes the mark. Steadies things down for North Geelong once again. So he's going to go back to the boundary line. Kick wasn't good for Kenner, but he's able to get the ball. Handballs out the back. They've got his teammate
Let's
out
hold
there.
the ball.
It will be Grubby dead. Try to get around him. So free kick will go to Belpost Hill. Saunders does it out there on the far side.
Looks like it to
He
me.
wants to get up and go, and he does so and goes quickly into their forward line. In front, Barton. Mark not taken. Ball comes down.
He
George
could have got it free.
Yep, got the ball out, and that's a great kick there from George. Went back inside, had to hit Davis and did so. So the big fellow took the mark.
I reckon he got Barton over the shoulder.
So Tommy Davis now looks back inside, goes towards Farrell. He comes up and takes the mark. Got a player further across the ground, decides to go a little bit deeper.
Oh, no.
That kick wasn't great, and Tanner Martin steps in, got the handball away, put Godwin under a fair bit of pressure. Terros on hands and knees, picks the ball up. Had to get rid of it, did so, went to Elmer. Elmer, don't know whether he got rid of it correctly, and now with Jenkins. So Players, a ball is being turned over regularly here out the back, and Benny O'Brien will take the mark and steady things down. Outside, he's got Kenner on centre wing. He decides to take that little bit of a run, takes the first bounce, looks up, goes in towards centre half forward, and going back to the ball. Yates takes the mark. Goes quickly back in the middle. I tell you what, that kick had to be good because it was 3-on-1. Banjo Hickey takes the mark. He kicks the ball across the ground, and the mark has been taken out there by Jenkins. So Jenkins has got the ball. Yeah, no, yeah. He goes long. I'm thinking, that's a kick. And Charlie Farrell's put one down. Goes Orr. He's taken high, and free kick will go to Orr on the half back line. I think he had his head down.
Well, he got him high, but I tell you what, you can't question Sammy Harmer's endeavour, can you? He just goes out at 100 miles an hour.
I think he already had his head down. He didn't actually bob to get down to the ball.
That's a definite free. No problems with it.
So he goes across the ground. That had to be a good kick, and it was, because it's into the hands now of Semi Reynolds. They're playing with danger here, some sides, I reckon. Values kicking the ball down the ground. Swinnison now makes some ground. That's a great kick out there, and Swinnison takes the mark. Inside the 50, little chip forward. Again, coming up, Riccardi, this is Boston. Was going to go back outside, but decided better against it.
And luckily did.
Got Semi Reynolds. I don't know whether that's the option just yet, but he's better off to run and carry the ball himself, and does so and goes long outside 50. Outside looking for Vaughan, bit too much depth on it, and free kick will go to the opposition.
Tell what he did do, Sammy Reynolds. He had no intention of getting that handball. He ran for the handball and then got in the middle for the Shepherd, which was pretty clever play.
So the ball's outside now. Hickey it is again. I think he's going to take him on at the boundary line, and he does so. Gets around the player in the mark, goes back to their half-forward line. Both players had a hold of the jumper there, but this time ball out the back. Bowles, he's taken in a tackle, comes out the back. Umpire's allowed play to go on. Handball goes back inside. Again, didn't hit the target. It's going to end up back with Baseley. Kicks off the ground. Back towards the goal square. Costello trapped the ball. Had it. Lost it. Ball comes out once again. Pressure's on. And there will be a ball up 10 metres out from
what is going on here? What is going on?
It is North Geelong sitting at 10-14, 9-9 to a Belpost Hill, and we have gone 22 minutes.
This is why you love local footy. This is why you love GDFNL football. The ball comes out now. Hanley, was he taken high? The umpire says, holding the ball. What a
Jeez.
massive call. I tell you, the pressure's on the players. The pressure is on the umpires at the moment as well.
The initial contact looked a bit high to me, but the umpire's a lot closer.
It's going to be that man, Seros, who is playing pretty well, it must be said. This week and last week, he's had some big moments in the game. He's going to go short, hand the responsibility over to Sammy Reynolds on the last line of defence. He's going to go, he stuffs the kick up. Swenison makes it look pretty good and then looks down the line and he's got a teammate in Braden Orr. So Orr has the ball just in front of us in the broadcast position at centre wing. Farrell goes short. He finds his teammate Bertucci, and then Bertucci back to Orr. Down the line, Pasca's there. Haven't called his name for a while. Riccardi, what a time it could be for Oscar Riccardi. He gets one of one, but he had the ball. How's the umpire going to see it? He's going to say no prior opportunity.
Rolled around his back.
It did. So he still had it.
And I reckon the umpire's made the best decision he could possibly make, to be quite honest.
50 metres out. Carter, can he get the tap down? He wins the ruck, just grabs it out, and then kicks down the line. It's over Seros's head. They've got the numbers here, North Geelong, through O'Brien. The short kick. They find the teammate in Bowles. Bowles is 50 metres out. He can take his 30. He's got Farrell out wider. He's going to use him, and Farrell takes the mark. So Farrell has an opportunity. He'd have to kick from 50. Slight angle about it.
Just finishes it, you know.
It does. To make it a 16-point margin.
And take the time off the clock again. He's doing the right thing. Now he's just got to kick the goal.
On the contrary, if he misses, it gives Bellpost Hill the ball back. You can bet your bottom dollar they go straight up the middle like they have been. So he's going to go short, Farrell, and try and find a target. Parker! You've got a man, Luke Parker up. He's kicked 2 in this last quarter and had an opportunity for another one, and he's going to maybe seal the match.
I tell you what, Arch, they did man him up, but he just broke away from a lead. I know we all say he's getting a bit older, but that off-the-mark pace of the lead, there's nothing they could do to stop that. They had him manned up. They didn't leave him alone. He made a beautiful league and got a magnificent pass.
Could you leave someone in the hole, you reckon, Grub?
Well, not there because it's not really a hole.
So Parker comes in. He missed the last one. That's the last game. He's missed it. The pressure's getting to everybody. 10-14, 74 to 9-9-63. It's an 11-point margin. There's 25 minutes gone in this last quarter. Brought to you by Morris Finance.
So the ball now with Yates. He decides to come across the ground. He's got a player out there here by himself, and Quinn can't afford to waste any time, but that kick is poor, and it goes out of bounds. Free kick will go to Riccardi. So Riccardi's now got the ball. He goes back the other way, goes short. Inside looking for Vaughan. Missed the target. Vaughan's over the top of the ball now. Picks it up. Tries to shrug out of there. And he's not going to come out there. Bellpost Hill hanging on like leeches. And the ball will be thrown up.
Chelsea leading 88-63 over Inverleigh.
Ball now from that contest. Tapped down by Carter. And again, it's been held up in there. Interesting. Anarchy 107.94 Corio, so Corio making a different late.
They've had a big crack, haven't they?
Absolutely.
And that's great to see.
Well, most games now have really tightened up.
Yeah.
There's only that one game.
One game.
Yeah. So ball now from the contest. It comes down and going to be another ball up, which will take place. As we stick towards 26 minutes in this final quarter, the time is starting to run out for Bellpost.
I don't think they can kick the 2 goals they need.
They need some clear play. Carter's trying to force his way through there, but he couldn't do so and has been held up once again. So North Geelong doing what they need to do, keeping the ball at their end of the ground. Again, another ruck contest comes out. Players over the top of the ball, ends up and it's being kicked forward quickly back in the middle of the ground. Reading the ball nicely was O'Brien, didn't take the mark. Outside to Jones. Jones over the top to Costello. Can't go forward because the only player there was going to be Farrell. Balls now goes towards Barton. Ball out the back. Godwin handballs outside. Yates needs support. Has it wide. Goes outside to Hickey. Needs to pick it up. Steps back inside. Got around one. Needs to find a target. Goes long into the forward line. 1-on-3 down there. Costello through his hands over the boundary line. And a ball up will take place.
Tell me this. Why is there always 1-on-3?
No idea.
If there's 1-on-3, surely there's got to be someone else somewhere. There can't always be 1-on-3. But there is.
Bellpost still must have themselves up the ground and couldn't get back.
Yeah, couldn't get back.
Yep.
That's something they have to work on. You can't kick goals 1-on-3.
Got to have options going forward. Ball now from that ruck contest. No player able to touch it. Ruckman don't do it. Teros takes the ball, tackled straight away. And it's going to be another ball up, which will take place.
They just have to get one here or good night, Irene, isn't it?
Yep, got to get one from this contest. Absolutely. Ball from there comes out, picked up, cleared away. Swenison left boot, goes back towards centre wing. Elmer comes up at it. Carter stood his ground, takes the mark, but a free kick given away. Not too sure what
Holding
they saw
the man off the ball.
Was it? So the ball is going to go back to Corey Elmer. So this will hold things up. Actually, it's going to Riccardi. So it must mean something else prior to that contest. So Oscar Riccardi can go outside or in space by himself.
They're going to play around with it here and try and soak up a bit of time.
They will. They got a player on the far side of the ground if they see him out there, but they're not going to go that risky. Or decides to go straight down the contest. Out there, Vaughan. Borg is the front of the contest coming through. Jenkins got the handball out the back. Bannister span out of trouble. Went back to Jenkins. Just throws it on the boot. Goes back towards the half-forward line. Don't know what Jones was trying to do.
Either.
Yep, the ball goes out the back. And a tackle there on Saunders.
Oh.
Probably he did have prior opportunity to release it. But,
well, he did. But I think, again, initial contact may have been just on the shoulder. So
he's going even. So
yeah, so fair enough.
And that's what's happened. Comes out now again. Swenison just drops, boot the ball, goes back towards centre wing and beyond. We're at the ground level, coming through. Ball picked up. Quinn again goes back inside, out the back. Handley missed it. Godwin was there to support into the hands of Carter. Underneath the player comes high, said the umpire.
Oh, it's gone the other way.
It's gone to Charlie Farrell.
What was that?
Well, it's either below the knees.
I thought it was legged, but below the knees. Giving away 50 as well.
Bit of a tough decision there once again. And Charlie Farrell now will be taken inside 50. And he'll get a chance now to have a shot at goal.
There's not any rush, is he?
Well, it doesn't matter because the umpire's blown time off.
Oh, yeah.
So he's not taking anything off the clock just yet.
So Charlie Farrell, as I said, has played another good game for North Geelong defence.
What he's got to do now, right? As soon as there we are, umpire's called time on, back on again. Now he takes 30 seconds.
Yep.
Right now, and he is too. Puts the ball on the ground, wipes his bum.
I'll tell you what. I don't know why they do it early in the game. I can understand this stage of a game, but early in the game, I don't know why they take 30 seconds. Go through a process.
Routine.
Unless it's helping you kick the goal.
Yeah.
Unless that's your process.
Charlie Farrell decides against that and goes to the pocket. Lead-up player is Riccardi, and he takes a mark. But half the time, Grub, they're standing there watching the bloody clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that frustrates the crap out of me.
I reckon they should bring a new rule in, right? If you take your 30 seconds to kick for goal,
you have to kick
then you must kick for goal. You can't do what Charlie just did.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Now the siren has sounded, so the outcome has already been decided. And Oscar Riccardi can just increase the margin by how much we'll soon find out. So he is on the march in now. Oscar Riccardi. The kick from about 45 metres out. That looks a nice kick off the boot. It is sliding across, but it's going to hit the post. And it will be a minor score to finish the game. And that will mean that North Geelong will finish at 10-16 and beat Bellpost Hill 9-9. Goal kickers for the day. 3 each to Luke Parker, Jordan Bertucci. 2 to Jai Kenner. 1 each to Cooper Vaughan and Oscar Riccardi. And for Bellpost Hill, 4 to Zane Jones. 1 to Felix Jones. Yates, Barton, Harmer and Saunders were the other goal kickers. A good win there for North Geelong, which will now see them play some finals football. Bellpost Hill with a little bit of work to do if that's going to be the case. We're going to take a short break, get some scores from around the ground. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Local sporting clubs are at the heart of communities like ours here in Geelong. That's why I love what Geelong Cats official asset finance partner Morris is doing with the Morris Community Cashback Program. When you settle a loan with Morris and nominate a local sporting club, Morris gives $500 directly back to that club. That funding can help local clubs invest in equipment, facility upgrades, club improvements and junior development programs that benefit the entire community. So if you're thinking about financing your next car, truck, trailer or even a boat or caravan, you'll be supporting your local sporting club at the same time. Because when local businesses support local communities, everybody wins. So this week, let's back the Cats and back our community with Morris Community Cashback.
As we said, North Geelong were able to do enough in the final quarter to hold out Belpo still in their challenge, and they win 10-16 to 9-9. And obviously that will secure their final spot as to where they finish. They've got another couple of challenging weeks. Belpo still now with a little bit of more work to do, but we might just get some scores from the round of ground. I'm not too sure whether these other scores are final, but it'll be interesting just to see where they've all come out.
So Werribee Central's 17-17, 119 to 11-6, 72. We do have a final result in the Aniki game, 107, 16-11, 107, defeating Corio 13-16, 94. Winchelsea 13-16, 94 to Inverleigh 8-15, 63. Bannockburn defeating East Geelong 9-14, 68 to 7-11, 53. And what a thumping. Thompson 186 to 58 over the Giants.
Sorry, Darby, can you give me the Bannockburn one again, please?
The Bannockburn one was 68 to 53, 9-14, 68,
That's
7,
not
11,
final though, Grub. No,
53.
no.
That's Bannockburn winning.
At this stage, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Hasn't come up as
So
final.
I'll give them a win for that.
Yep.
I reckon.
Who tipped Bannockburn? I reckon I did. Anyone else?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did not.
Yeah, I don't.
You go back and listen to the
Ah,
tape. I said
I reckon you did. I reckon I'll give it to you.
Bannockburn at home. So, Grub, what are your thoughts on this one here this afternoon?
Well, I tell you what, this morning I was contemplating on staying home and mowing the lawn. I'm glad I didn't. It was a really good game to watch. I thought North Geelong had full control at half time, and I actually expected them to sort of just to run away and win easily. But Belpost had other ideas on that, and they played a great third quarter. They gave it everything they had in the last quarter. At three-quarter time, I still held on to North Geelong, while you two blokes gave them away and went for Belpost to come home and win. But it just shows who knows a bit about GDFL footy around this place. But it was a fantastic effort. And in the end, a couple of things up for, they just didn't go in quite well enough. They were a little bit unlucky with a couple of free kicks that could have gone either way. And they just fell a little bit short. You know, they knew that their season's pretty much starting to be on the line now. And they really needed to win. They knew that. They gave everything they had. And in the end, North's form, even though they weren't really as good as they were in the first half, they held on to win. And good sides do that. And now that puts them, I reckon that puts them clear. I think that they could probably play what would it be, the qualifying final now, I think. By the looks of it, to me.
They're going along nicely. Their performances have been pretty good over the last couple of weeks. As I said, they must have been playing all right because they've seemed to be able to, they've made 4 changes this afternoon, brought players in, and obviously the quality they brought in, they just come in and do pretty much what they're supposed to do, just play their part. Jackson Jewell was probably the only concern. He never took much part after that late part of the game. So he might be another one that might be.
The other bloke that was limping was Fazio. Did he go back on?
Actually, no, he's another one. Didn't
yeah,
say either.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That puts us in good stead for the fights even more. Like, I think Werribee will stay on top. Would they?
This round.
Yeah.
Winchelsea. Winch on top.
No, Werribee are on top.
Werribee on top.
Because they won.
Yeah.
Well, it has North Geelong on top at the moment.
No, that's because they haven't completed the other games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Werribee will be on 52. Winchelsea will be on 52.
Yep.
So, Winchelsea, what did they do?
Winchelsea are going to beat Inverleigh by 30 points.
And what did Werribee, you reckon, win by or get close to win by?
40 points.
So that will say Werribee will stay on top.
Yep.
But that'll be the last time they'll be on top for the year, you would think.
Yeah, because Winchelsea got 2.
They've got Corio and the Giants. So,
Yep.
and it was only 0.3 of a percentage
Yep.
before today. So, so Werribee on top and Winch second. North obviously will go to third.
Yep.
And they will be on 48 points.
Belmont, if they win next week.
No, we're just worrying about today, Arch. Don't go worry about next week. Belmont are on
40.
They're on 40 points. They'll stay on 40 points.
East Geelong on 40.
They'll stay on 40.
Bannockburn will go to 36.
That's correct.
Inverleigh will stay on 36.
That nearly puts them in big trouble, Inverleigh.
Because they've got Bannockburn next week.
Yeah, but that'll only get them a game closer to the 5. I don't think they can make it.
East Geelong are the one now, because next week they've got North Geelong at home.
Yep.
And then they've got Werribee last game at away.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, if Werribee win next week, then Valpo's still a basic, and Valmont beat Thompson, which I think they will. Then Valmont will probably
Valpo's
make
have got to go up to Werribee next week, so that's
Yeah.
that's an interesting game as well.
So
We got to decide where we're going to go next week, gentlemen. So it's going to be very interesting to see where our choices lie next week. But it's a very interesting stage of the season, and mathematically, there's still 8 sides, 7 sides.
Oh, I think mathematically it's still 8, isn't it?
Yeah,
But-
mathematically still 8. Yeah, so
But common sense wise, probably 7, maybe 6.
Bannockburn win next week. They got Corio last game, haven't they? I think
So, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got that down somewhere, but yeah. Ah, look, bugger it. Let's just see what happens next week, eh?
Righto, gentlemen. We got 3, 2, 1 to give today.
Oh, this is too tough.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be very interesting. Any volunteers?
I'll start.
Righto.
I've gone 1 vote to Cooper Vaughan. I thought he was very good, especially early on. I think he faded a bit, but that could be because of Valpo still recognising how dangerous of an aerial presence he is. And I think all the time he takes up two defenders as well. I think he can one area of his game he can get better at is finishing off. But I think if he takes more chances, he'll be kicking 3 or 4 goals every game. And it's what he does up the ground as well, his work rate. And his marking prowess, which I kept hammering on about during the game. 2 votes. Given Brock Carter, I thought early on it was a pretty even matchup with Tommy Davis. They had Cooper Pass going in the ruck as well. But then I thought as the game progressed and Balpo still starting to get more on top, I thought Brock Carter started dominating the ruck taps and getting his own clearances as well. Can't wait to see how many clearances he had. And that's when they started winning the ball out of the middle and sending it forward. And I think he was the reason why the game changed, the momentum changed. And my 3 votes, I'm going to go Tommy Swennerson. I think Thomas Swennerson. I think that I think when the game was there to be won, he was in and under. I thought his handball received, his work rate seems to be getting better and better each game. I think his skills are really good, and I think he stood up as the captain and was one of the only players who had nearly a 4-quarter performance. So he's got my 3 votes, Thomas Winniston.
Righto. I've given 1 vote to Brock Carter. I thought he rucked pretty nicely all day, and as I said, when you have to do it by yourself, I know that he's offsider, and Tommy Davis does most of it himself as well. So they're both ruckmen should be rewarded for their efforts, and I thought he'd come out on top. I gave 2 votes to Charlie Farrell. Again, off the half back line, tossed up between himself and a couple of other defenders out there. But I thought Cooper Vaughan, I said early in the game, his marking has improved big time. As I said, Grub, you mentioned it's just his growth in, I suppose, that extra 12 months in this system and all the rest. But he just seemed to me in the first half, when the game was out there to be grabbed by the horns, he was the one that was actually doing it. So I thought his game again today was pretty special.
Well, I gave 1 vote to Cooper Vaughan as well. The fact that it's probably not his fault the way the ball came in the second half, but I thought he was nowhere near as dangerous in the second half. If he had a beat, he'd have got the 3 for mine. I gave 2 votes to Brock Carter. I can't see how it was even tight at the start. I thought he won in the ruck and just smashed them all day. And when they were down at half time, they were still ahead by a fair margin on the centre clearances. And that's due to he wasn't just tapping them, he was tapping it to his own players. And I thought he was fantastic. If that got up and won the game, he'd have got my 3. And I gave 3 votes to Charlie Farrell, who I thought was absolutely magnificent. He was fantastic across the back line. And then he went down, he had a couple of shots at goal, he did everything, and he gets my 3 votes.
So that's interesting, because now we have Charlie Farrell on 5, Brock Carter on 5.
And Cooper Vaughan on 4.
1 behind.
Well, I think we'll go.
Actually, Cooper Vaughan on 5.
That's
You're
what I
right.
thought.
Yep, 3 lots of 5.
Right, well, Cooper Vaughan won it last week.
Yep.
Brock Carter played in the losing side, so we've got to go to the winners, I think, Charlie Farrell.
Righto.
And he dead heated last week, Charlie Farrell. He's got to win something,
Yeah,
surely.
well, that's true.
Hey?
Yeah, we'll call it
Some
recognition
good form.
for what needs to be done. Now, gentlemen, next week, as we said, an important round of football, and we obviously need to decide where we're going to head. Have you got the games there?
Valpost Hill versus Werribee.
Yep.
I'll just name it. You got Corio versus Winch, probably not.
No.
Thompson versus Belmont, probably not.
No,
Geelong West versus Anarchy, no.
no.
East Geelong versus North Geelong at
Possibility.
East Geelong, and Bannockburn versus Inverleigh at Bannockburn.
Probably a game I would love to go and see, but I think the other games probably have a little bit more in relevance and importance just at this stage, Grub.
Yeah, my worry with that is that means North 3 in a row.
Yep.
We won't be doing that.
What about Bellpost Hill and Werribee?
Possibility. What are the other games?
You've
Really,
got
the only other one that hasn't even
is
really...
East Geelong versus North Geelong, Bannockburn versus Inverleigh, or Bellpost Hill versus Werribee, the three.
Jeez. I suppose that, I don't know.
I think Bellpost Hill versus Werribee. That's my vote.
Yeah, I don't know. Are we allowed to see North 3 weeks in a row? Well, that will be the match of the round.
That's North and East, is it?
Yeah, North and East. The week later, we did Thomas Thompson. If the ladder can't move, we'll go there. Otherwise, there are games of Belmont and Bellpost Hill, Inverleigh and North Geelong, and Werribee and East Geelong.
That's really tough, isn't it, to do the right thing here?
Yeah. Anyway, let's have a think about it, Grub. We might do some sponsors while we're just having a contemplate on what we're going to do here.
All right. Well, again, thank you very, very, very much to Buckley's Entertainment Centre, Elders IXL, the P&R Foods, Morris Finance, the Routley's Mark of the Day, Kempe Engineering, Read the Play, Play of the Day, the Hotham Hotel Player of the Day, the Goal of the Day from Connectel, Beersdorf Tapes and Bandages, Red Onion, Promoted Clothing, Frameline Printing and Framing, Raiders Bingo, Oswide Plumbing and Civil, Athlete's Foot, Omnifeed, Sirocco Travel and Cruise. Where we go this week, Smithy? Let's go to Glasgow, I reckon, for the rest of the Commonwealth Games. The Pulse, the Yards Hotel, you can't get better than that, Club Warehouse, and Victory Trophies. Thank you very, very much to every single one of you.
So that's appreciating, as I said, sponsors. We can't do anything without them during the course of the season. And again, I'm still a bit undecided.
We'll go to East. We'll go to East.
East and North?
Yeah.
Righto.
That's probably the game that's going to tell us everything.
Yep. Righto. So next week we are off to East Geelong, and that will be East Geelong taking on North Geelong. And as I said, that will get things settled, I think, pretty much next week. We've only got 2 more rounds to go before finals football kicks in, but we are looking forward to those final 2 rounds. So to everybody here in the box, again, thank you for your time. To Tyler, cameraman out there, I'm not too sure what the cameraman's name is there, and we're not looking at that photo either. Thank you very much.
Hey, don't forget Darby.
Oh, yes, Dan Darby. He's part of the panel.
Well
He's
done,
the box
Dubs.
here.
Thanks for
good work.
having us.
Done an amazing
All right.
job, and you're forgetting him.
No, I hadn't forgot. I said everyone here in the
Hey.
box, and he's included
You
as everybody.
introduce us, Darby. That's Dale. Dale, that's Dale.
Love your work, guys. Thank you so much.
That's all right, mate. As I said, I hope everyone's enjoyed our call here this afternoon. We hope to have you back again this time, or not this time, but at 2 o'clock next week for our match day live game out at East Geelong. Taking on North Geelong. Yeah, it's the whole day. So we hope you'll come back and see us once again. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.